Okay. Everyone's here?
Here.
10-4.
Here.
Alright, so where we last left, you guys currently are in the middle of deep space. You responded to a distress call. When you arrived to the location of the distress call, you find that there is nothing there. So the events that happened both in the ghost ship and the time serpents, pretty much that debris field is no longer there. You guys are currently sitting in the middle of empty space when you get a hail from K10.
On screen.
Putting it on screen.
I'm not gonna make any roll for that, but an image of Minister Vincent Dumont comes on the view screen. He goes, Azure, I have a bit of a request for you. I need some help. Do you mind coming to K10 so we can talk more about it? I don't wish to discuss this over open comms.
Very well. We'll return as soon as we're able.
Look forward to seeing you again, Captain. Thank you.
And you.
K10 out, and the view screen goes off and shows blank space up ahead.
All right. I want a full sweep of the area and see if we missed anything or if there's any sign of wreckage or energy disruption. And we're sure this is where the coordinates are to lead us to?
As the GM perspective, I'll go and say, yes, this is the coordinates where I led you to. So, since there is no science officer right now on board, I'm going to say Keith Thran felt ill and she's currently taking rest in her cabin at the moment.
I can make the roll. I can step over to that position for a minute.
Okay. Give me a reason plus science, assisted by the ship's sensors plus science. Difficulty is 0.
Difficulty is 25. What?
Well, you bank 2 momentum and scopes are clear. It's just a bunch of dust and some cosmic rays. That's about it.
I got nothing, Cap.
Well, we responded. We scanned the area. Unless there's any other suggestions, I believe we should head back to K10, since we can't find whoever released that distress call.
It's unfortunate, but I guess we do have to go play babysitter now.
Very well. Set course for K10 cruising speed. I'll be in my cabin.
Hi, sir.
Doctor, I think Doctor's the highest rank in the room. Is that correct?
No, Lieutenant Commander Sean as well.
Lieutenant Commander, you have the con?
It's tactical.
Hi, sir.
And then I go to my cabin as assuming that they're going to do what I ordered them to do.
All right.
Helm
So,
set course.
Sorry, go ahead.
Helm set course for K10, warp factor 6.
Michelson responds, "Yes, sir," and engages the warp drive, and you head off towards K10.
What?
So if you guys wish to roleplay, you're free to do so, and then we can fast track.
The only thing the captain's doing in his quarters is making a report on the response to the distress call and finding nothing there, and then pulling from the computer to identify, yep, this is what we saw in the sensor records. See log this.
Okay.
I guess the doctor will be seeing to Keith Ran. I don't know.
Sure. I mean, Keith Rand, though, is in her cabin. So are you gonna go to her quarters and check up on her?
Yeah, sure.
Well, okay, so I'm not changing the scene because they deleted their character portrait. Um, so you arrive at Keith Rand's quarters.
I buzz the door.
Okay. And you hear a slight enter from her.
I do.
Can I help you, Doctor?
Just came to do my job, and I start pulling things out of a kit and start looking and like checking pupils and all that stuff without comment or even asking permission or anything like that.
She doesn't resist. During the examination, you don't find anything other than that. It could just be exhaustion.
I write a script for not working for 2 shifts and hand that to her and leave.
Okay. Anybody else?
Nothing for me. I'm basically on the bridge and making sure everything's running smoothly.
Nothing for me.
Okay, we'll go ahead and fast forward time. You arrive just outside of K10, and immediately K10 hails.
It's the Captain
Lieutenant,
Solar's
put it on
quarters.
screen.
Aye, aye, on screen.
Once again, it is Dumont. Where's Captain Falvin?
He's in his ready room right now. Shall I fetch him?
No, that's okay. I would like to meet him aboard personally to discuss something aboard your vessel.
Okay, I'll have him meet you in the transporter room if that's okay.
That works. That's perfectly fine with me.
Alrighty. I'll let you know when we're ready.
be waiting for your signal. And the transmission cuts.
And I'm gonna hit the button like on the captain's chair right next to me and go, Sean to Captain Falvin.
Captain Falvin here. Go ahead.
We've arrived at K10, sir. The refresh my K10 in civilian.
It's Minister Dumont.
Okay. Minister Dumont is ready to beam aboard. I told him you would meet him in the transporter room, and he's waiting for our signal, sir.
Very well. I will have you come down and meet me as well. Signal when they're ready.
Of course, Captain.
I make my way to the. Is the minister very important politically, or is he just like the guy who is the station commander?
He's currently the station commander, but he also, from what you will know, is he's not politically important per se, but only kind of maybe in this region because he handles a lot of the trade transactions that go on in this region, as well as any civilian-based affairs for the Federation.
I'll addend to the transmission. Bring dress uniform.
Aye, sir.
I change into my dress uniform for the beam up.
Yeah, Sean will quickly run and change into dress uniform and head to the transporter room.
As they're leaving, the doctor's going to put a request into the captain to take center chair to gain hours in the chair.
Very well, Lieutenant. Very well, Doctor. Go ahead.
Okay. So I just need to know when you guys want to make the transport over for the minister.
Once me and the character name Tishran?
Yeah.
Once me and Tishran are down there, I'll order for the beam up.
Okay.
Assuming there's a transport chief in there. Or technician.
There is. There's probably a crewman or yeoman wearing those red jumpsuits. So I'm assuming you're all down there?
Yep, I head down.
Yep, I'm down.
All right, two of you enter in kind of around the same time. And the transport chief's in there's like, I have a lock on the minister, Captain. Ready to beam on board whenever you are.
All right, beam him up.
Minister beams aboard and he kind of like, pats himself a little bit. Is like, oh, all here. Captain Falvin, I have a important matter to discuss with you. Can we speak in private somewhere aboard your vessel?
We have a conference room we can take you to if you will follow us, Minister.
Excellent, excellent.
Are you familiar with the Lieutenant Commander here?
No, I am not. I don't believe we've met.
This is Lieutenant Commander Tishran, my security officer. I cross my fingers like you guys could see it. What is Tishran? Sorry, all my notes are gone.
Security, yes.
Hey, I got it written first go. Go me. Yes.
Yeah, extends his hand out. It's like, it's a pleasure to meet you.
And I'll shake it likewise.
Ah. So, unless there's small talk along the way, you guys head towards the conference room.
I take some cards and basically insert them into the computer to basically seal the room and then take my seat. Have a seat, Minister.
Thank you, Captain. Hopefully, I will not take too long on my request, but um, I kind of have an urgent mission for you guys. I know it's not Starfleet protocol to take mission requests from civilians, um, but I'm asking you to deliver some supplies to a research team on Denasia. They're in vital need of these supplies, and the cargo ship that was sent to send the original supplies to it 2 months ago has gone dark, gone missing, and they are very low on the supplies. They were just hit by a ion storm on the planet's surface and knocked out a lot of their equipment.
Can you tell me the name?
I'm sorry.
Could you tell me the name of the cargo ship, please?
It was the SS Fortunate. We just haven't had any word. We didn't hear anything from them. We assume those aliens that attacked the station not too long ago got to them, and I just can't risk sending another cargo ship out that way to get the supplies needed with them roaming the area.
Is the planet known for these iron storms?
No,
Does this happen before?
From the research leader, he tells me this normally doesn't happen. It caught them by surprise, and they weren't able to do proper procedures to hunker down and make sure their equipment was safe. They had to. It's one of those things that just the storm popped up on them, and they had to brace for the worst.
What sort of cargo are we speaking about, Minister?
Just food, medical supplies, scanning equipment, and power cells. Nothing, no weapons or anything else like that.
Forgive my poor memory, but this planet is a Federation world, yes? Or Federation administered world?
It's in Federation world. The planet is actually it's not populated. The research team on there is actually investigating that there was once a civilization that inhabited the planet, from my understanding, and they're there to try and uncover who they were, essentially. And archaeologists, they love just to explore and dive into ruins.
Indeed. Lieutenant Commander, do you have any concerns or questions you wish to ask the Minister?
I mean, as long as it's not weaponry, I see this as basically a humanitarian mission. I've got no problem with it.
I concur. Minister, we'll take this request. And in fact, this will assist us on our duties as it is. So I appreciate your assistance, as unintended as it was.
I'm very grateful to you, Captain. Thank you so much. I mean, all that you and your crew have done for us here on the station and doing this, it's a simple milk run. I know you have better things to do, but I really do appreciate this, and I'm sure the researchers on that planet were grateful for you.
Think nothing of it. Merely doing our duty.
because I know it's been a while since you guys did this, and I don't remember if the captain was there or not, but the doctor would know unless the doctor reported it. You do have one individual who came from the Fortunate that's on board.
I had forgotten about that. Is he still aboard?
From my understanding, he should still be aboard because you guys never. You picked him up because you went from K10, went to the plant to pick up Keither and the doctor, plus that individual from Dulum 3, and then went to the distress call.
Okay. Well, Minister, arrange with my relevant departments here with operations. We'll figure out where we're going to put all your cargo and such. I believe and Lieutenant Commander, if you wish to scan it for safety purposes, feel free to do so. Otherwise, we'll be able to take this on. Is it transportable, or do we need to shuttle it over?
Oh, it's all transportable, Captain. It's actually in one of our cargo holds. We could just sync up the transporters between the two and make this really quick and easy for you.
All right, very well. And yes, and we'll make sure that our crew are coordinating with yours, make sure everything's that you want to send is actually sent. So that should be fine. Unless there's anything else, Minister?
No, that's all I have. If you don't mind, I'd like to head back to my station. Busy man.
Indeed. I take out some cards, I insert them into the computer to unseal the door. If you follow me, please, Minister. Lieutenant Commander, can you get started on the transfer and security checks right away, please?
Aye, sir. I'll get started right away.
Oh, as I'm starting to leave, be sure to loop in the doctor as well. I imagine they'll want to make sure various medical checks are required. I don't believe we have an operations officer aboard in particular, so I believe it'll be between the two of you, is my understanding. Unless you feel you need any other staff.
Not at this time, sir.
Very well. Carry on, Minister.
Captain?
And
just
stride.
to speed. Go ahead and finish your sentence.
Oh, no, go ahead. I think you're about to say what I was wondering.
I was just going to say I was going to speed up things up a little bit, and you escort the minister back to the transport room. He beams off the vessel, and the cargo is then transported into one of the cargo bays on the Azure.
Eventually, I go back to the bridge once all that's mingled around. Do we have Helm? Do we have navigation? Do we have the coordinates to the planet?
Yes, Captain. The K10 just transmitted them to us now.
Very well. Warp 6, please, to that location.
Okay.
Forgive me. At all safe speed, actually. Now that I think of it.
Warp 6 or Warp 7 is what the ship would do. I think it's cruising speed.
Yep.
It's
I leave it to that.
So.
I'll Warp 7 in that case.
Okay. Sean, are you going to investigate? Or are you going to look over the cargo for anything out of the ordinary than what was said?
Basically, I'll do a quick tricorder scan for anything that could be like weapons or explosive devices. Anything basically harmful. Doctor can take a look at it for medical reasons, but I'm basically looking for security stuff.
I need to add a toss tricorder sound one of these days. Okay, are you down there as well, Shran?
Yeah.
Dr. Shran? Okay. I'm going to say while you guys are traveling at Warp, you do all the scans on the cargo, nothing pops out at you. It's exactly what the minister said it was. Just a bunch of medical supplies, food, and power cells. And also other scanning equipment and stuff that they've requested.
Okay. Sean is going to go back to the bridge, and once he gets there, he's going to go, Captain, can I speak to you for a moment?
Go ahead.
In the ready room, sir.
Very well. Trying to figure out who the highest ranking person in the room is now that we're leaving. The doctor here?
Yeah, I'll be there.
If the doctor's on the bridge, then yeah, he would be the highest ranking officer.
You can
Doctor, you have the bridge.
Aye, sir.
And I stride over to is there a ready room on Constitution's on the first deck?
It is
yeah, whatever.
On deck 2. There is a ready room, but it's on deck 2, not deck 1.
Yep, I'll step into the turbo lift and head on down with my security officer.
Okay.
No, I'm just gonna leave you behind.
Sorry to pull you away, sir, but there are some concerns that I have about this.
Go on, Lieutenant Commander.
The Fortunate, I believe, if I remember correctly, was attacked by the unknown aliens that we have encountered before. And if I'm wrong, GM, please correct me, because I'm trying to use character knowledge.
Okay, the fortunate was you don't know how long ago it was attacked, and you don't know where it was attacked at because the captain, the individual you have, is suffering from what the doctor surmised is acute amnesia.
Okay, so I don't have even that info, basically.
You just know that it was
You
You know it was attacked by the unknown aliens, aka the Hirogen, and that all of his crew was captured. You just don't know what happened to the ship.
Okay, that makes sense. That's what I needed to make sure of. Captain, if they're raiding supply lines going to this colony, they're more than likely expecting someone to investigate it or be bringing more supplies to replenish. We could be walking into a trap.
Would you recommend yellow or red alert?
For right now, I probably would recommend increased sensor sweeps with anything weird being an instant yellow alert.
Very well. Opinion noted. Anything else?
Not right now, sir.
Very well. Back to your post.
Aye,
And
sir.
And as you
I
get
head back to
that,
the bridge.
as you just finish that, you get a comment over the sensor. The captain, they kind of say it towards also the doctor while they're doing it, but their science officers kind of pulling the captain in as well. We're picking up a debris field along our course.
We're picking up what?
A debris field along along your current course and heading from long-range sensors.
Sir, should I change our course to intercept?
Determinative navigation can move past it. Unless we see any distress call from the area, it's best that we continue on our current course at all haste.
Sir, I suggest we stop. This could be the Fortunate, or what remains of her.
Very well. Yellow alert, divert course.
I I relay that to the helmsman.
Okay. The helmsman, Michelson goes, "Yes, sir," and diverts course. And doesn't take too long. You do intercept, and before you on the view stream that comes up is a debris field of, well, the appears to be of a freighter.
As the captain comes back onto the bridge, I'm going to step over to sensors and start scanning and see if I can identify this as the Fortunate.
Okay. Give me reason plus science, and assisted by the ship's sensors plus science. Difficulty is unknown.
Give me a second. I didn't realize I closed roll 20 by.
As I'm stepping on, I ask the communications officer to open a hail to the area in case there's any survivors or pods or anything, or even the ship functional.
Okay. Trying to remember what that check is. Vandalay, give me a control plus engineering. It's going to be difficulty 0, and it's going to be assisted by the ship's communications plus engineering.
Okay, so what would the roll for that be?
Control plus engineering. It's difficulty 0.
So 2 for the task roll?
Yeah, it'd be 2 for the task roll, because you're always rolling 2 dice.
Cool, that's what I thought.
Okay, you guys gain 1 momentum from that. I will type it out to you in Discord.
So for me, did you say reason science?
Yes. Assisted by
Can
the
I?
ship.
Are you? Oh, okay.
Assisted by the ship's sensors plus science. Difficulty is unknown for you.
I'm gonna buy a dice. I don't have any relevant focus.
So that's 4.
Yep.
Captain, we didn't get anything from the hail.
Very well. Contact the planet if you can as well. Make sure that they know we're coming.
Aye, aye.
Doctor, for you, I don't really have this written out. You guys, essentially, it is just a hunk of metal in space. Whatever cargo it have is long gone. And there currently are no life signs aboard the actual vessel itself. There's no power. It's just a hunk of metal sitting in space at this point.
So, but my intention was to identify it as the Fortunate. Did I find anything that would lead me to believe that?
All indications from the actual scan itself matches what the Fortunate should be or would be.
Okay, then I'll turn to the captain. Captain, I'm gonna suggest with the 90% certainty that this is the Fortunate.
Any life signs?
Negative.
Very well. Lieutenant Commander Shren, are we remind me, we are the only ship in the area, correct?
Only Federation ship in the area that I know of.
Raised eyebrow and then just blink. Very well. Well, at this time, We are under no obligation to salvage it at this moment as we're carrying vital supplies. At this time, we will leave a buoy here. We'll have to come back to this later. We still have these supplies to move. Unless there's any other suggestions, but I believe that's it. And also, I did consider speaking with our captain, but I somehow believe that seeing this and being told of its fate at this time would not be productive.
As he says that, I'm going to press a few buttons to configure a buoy correctly and deploy it.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You do deploy the buoy. It's fine. It's got a subspace marker on there that you can track and come back to when need be. And you did spend a momentum, right, on your scan?
I spent 1. Yeah.
Okay.
But I got a 4, so I don't know
No, you didn't get
because
anything.
it was unknown.
It was
Okay.
unknown. You didn't gain any momentum from it.
So if we do a 4 and it's an unknown 2, we don't get 2 back.
If it is, the difficulty was 2, and you would get 2 back.
Okay.
So
See that we just made it or we failed. I like to think the first one.
for that scan, I will tell you it was a fairly high difficulty, but since the difficulty was unknown, I was given to give you certain information depending on what you succeeded, what your successes was at.
Aha.
So, in order
I
once
mean,
you got
reasonably,
past, yeah, if you got past the actual difficulty of it, then you would have gained momentum.
Actually, one other question. Do you know the cause of the destruction from the sensor scans, or is that in Detroit?
You can spend a momentum for that answer, but I will give it to you.
I'll spend that.
Okay.
Wait, since I'm in Keith Rand's position right now, do I get the free question, or does that only apply if you have the title of?
It's only if you have the title for it.
Okay.
Yeah, if I assigned you as the science officer of the ship and not the doctor, then you benefit from that. But you can only benefit from, even if you're serving multiple roles, you only benefit from one at a time.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's not reassign me.
So, all right. The signature is Tetrion based for weapons fire. Also, a lot of the major hull breaches on there are kind of classified to what the same signature that hit when you guys took torpedo damage from the unknown enemies, which are transphasic in nature.
Sir, I can tell you with a high probability that this was the unknown aliens.
That is. Do we know how long?
I'll give that to you for free. It was about a couple weeks ago.
It's been a while, sir.
Are all escape pods deployed from the ship? Like, is it an empty ship, or are we looking at corpses?
The ship is not in enough pieces to determine that, sir. They could have been deployed, or they could just be free floating because the ship was destroyed.
Very well. Not much else we can do here until we can come back. But, Doctor, in your medical opinion, do you believe it would be prudent to tell the captain about this?
I can break it to him later. I don't think it's important right now. It's not part of our mission.
Very well. I'll leave that to your discretion then. All right. Helm, resume original course, please.
All right, Captain. And you go back to warp. And for this, we're going to do a scene change as you arrive to the planet, unless someone else has some pressing matter they wish to roleplay out.
If it's convenient here, I can tell the captain now. I don't know
Sure.
when that'd be convenient.
You can do it
Okay.
right now if you want. You need to make
Okay,
him a
then
character sheet. But okay, he's actually still in sick bay, kind of your equivalent. Who is your nurse? Well, you have
it's
Luvar.
Lavoir.
Luvar, and then a couple other nurses have been kind of tending to him. And yeah, he's been lying in sick bay.
What's his name again? It's Captain something, but I don't remember what it
It's
is.
Captain Roy Harper.
Damn, I was really hoping his name was Jim.
Nope,
Okay.
sorry.
I go, Captain Harper, what do you drink? And I step over to the replicator.
There are no replicators. There's food synthesizers aboard the actual ship.
Okay. Well,
So you would actually
that doesn't
probably
change
have
what I do.
you would have a bottle somewhere stashed.
Oh,
It's kind of
okay.
that's what Bones did.
Okay. Then I'll step over to my medicinal cabinet and I still ask the question.
That's usually I'm a whiskey guy, Captain or Doctor, but you can take your pick. I'll drink just about anything as long as it's high grade if we're drinking to something.
I go, well, I only carry Endorian spirits. I've never found a taste for human alcohol. And I go to hand him a glass and pour some in, pour myself some, and set the bottle to the side.
It's kind of fumbling drinks like so. I'm assuming you don't have good news for me, judging by this drink I'm holding here, Doctor. Don't tell me those damn aliens did something to me.
We found the fortunate, but
Ugh.
she's in 1,000 pieces.
He just kind of puts his head down and I see.
We don't have a count of the dead or a number of remains found because of the way the ship was in. So there is still hope that some of them were captured and not killed.
I don't know what to say. What about the pods? There's enough escape pods for all of my crew. Were any of them deployed?
We did find escape pods, and we don't have a count for how many there were. So there were definitely people lost in the escape pods that weren't rescued. But you never know.
32 souls, Doctor. 32.
The doctor just throws back some Andorian ale and pours more for the both of them.
He chugs the drink. He's like, wish I could remember what happened, Doctor. I really do.
It's better this way. You don't want to remember.
I don't know about that, doctor. I think it's just as bad not knowing. It's always gonna be itching in the back of my head, doctor, not knowing what fully happened to my crew.
I've been in some places where I remembered what happened, and you don't want to remember it because you're gonna see it over and over again.
But not knowing it's you can see him kind of trying to hold back like tears in a way. He's just I appreciate it, doctor, what you've telling me.
Yeah. Listen, if you need anything, just ring someone, and then I motion to all of the staff to kind of vacate the room, and I head back up to the bridge.
Okay.
Oh, and I mean, on my way out, I give myself something to reverse the effects of alcohol.
On the bridge, I'll look over to Lieutenant Vandelay and say, any response from the... Or are we out of
GM?
range?
Okay.
GM, any response?
I mean, you can hail him from this range, but you don't get a response.
Sorry, sir, no response. We might be too far outside range.
Continue doing at your discretion. We need to make contact to make sure they're okay or they haven't moved.
Will do, Captain. GM, I try to hail the planet every, half hour or so.
Okay. No, you guys, it'll be moments. You guys actually do arrive in orbit of the
Before we
planet.
drop out of orbit,
Okay.
I want to look at the captain. Captain, I recommend that unless we've made contact with the planet, we drop out of warp at yellow alert.
Concur.
Okay. All right. You arrive at the planet. Um, you do start actually getting a hail from the planet.
Captain, they're hailing us.
On screen.
To the vessel that's in orbit, this is Dr. Warren. Or sorry, Warren. My bad. Dr. Warren. We need we require some assistance if you are able to aid us.
What sort of assistance do you need, Doctor?
Well, we heard there was a supply ship coming for us. Are you the supply ship?
We are, yes.
Oh, thank God. I mean, we just got hit 3 days of ion storms. This planet has proven to be quite troublesome. Some. Who am I speaking to?
I make a motion at Lieutenant Vandelay to cut the feed.
All right, I cut the feed.
Sensor sweeps, please. I want to see if anything's out there, and I want to make sure where we're being hailed from is actually the station, please.
Paranoid.
Captain.
Wow. Okay.
Captain, you might want to keep talking to him while we do this.
Yep, put him back on.
All right, I put him back on screen.
Okay, so for that, I need a sensors plus science, assisted by the ship's sensors plus science. Yeah, we're sorry, reason plus science. Reason plus
Okay.
science. Yeah, sorry about that. Difficulty is 0. You guys bank 4 momentum.
I missed my
Yes.
calling.
Well, I can reassign you. Then we don't have a doctor, so that's a problem.
Yeah. So, Doctor, I'm gonna tell you right now, the transmission is definitely coming from an encampment around what appears to be from your sensors that it's kind of a ruins of some ancient city. There is a lot of damage done to the encampment, and most likely due to the storms.
Sir, we do have a feed on them, and they are from where they say they are, but it looks like they've taken a lot of storm damage.
No other energy signatures in the area? It opened.
I'll scan specifically for energy related to the unknown species, like Petrion or otherwise.
I would be a momentum spend. So
I'll spend that.
okay.
Totally worth it.
No, I'm gonna just tell you right now, front, that you do not detect any other energy signatures.
No obvious signs of enemy activity, sir.
Very well, thank you. You can put Dr. Warren on now.
Aye, sir. And put the doctor
Hello?
up.
Hello? Is there anyone there? Hello?
Forgive me, we have to do a security precaution. At this time, I'm unable to provide you the information. I can only tell you that I do have the supplies you need. Do you have a functional transporter pad that we can beam your supplies to?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is a archaeological site. I mean, we have tents we sleep in at night.
Very well. My intention is to do an evaluation to see how safe we can transport your goods down to your encampment, especially given the ion storms. Should we find that it is too dangerous or risky to beam it straight as it is, I will most likely send down a team to set up a temporary pad to beam it down so you don't lose anything. My understanding this is all very important to you. I will make sure you get every bit of it that you need.
Right. We need those power cells right away. We gotta get them in for our security net. Some of the wildlife is pretty dangerous down here, Captain. But we really need those supplies. Also, a lot of the medical stuff. My doctor down here is sick with something, and we could use a lot of help down here.
Very well. Not to be rude, but do you have a Federation identification number?
Yeah, I failed to see why that's important, though. I mean, this is a independent research team. It's not really part of Starfleet or the Federation, but I am a citizen of the Federation. I mean, I was born on Earth.
Very well, sir. It is important. Please be patient with me. If you could send that identification number up to us, we will get started right away.
Very well.
Thank you. And have a good day. We'll be right along shortly. End transmission.
The paranoia is strong with you guys.
He's a very bureaucratic Vulcan.
There's regulations, damn it.
Couple minutes go by. Eventually you do get the identification, security number of him.
Okay, can I check that for authenticity, or do I have to pass it off to someone?
You can check it for authenticity if you want. That's unless you want to pass it over to someone else.
I'll check it.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll for it because it's kind of pointless. But I'm gonna do some sound effects.
Working.
And when the computer comes back, it is the identity of a Dr. Aiden Warner. He is the current lead researcher of a expeditionary group towards this planet.
Captain, it appears their identity checks out. We found them in the database.
Very well. It makes this a priority to make sure we assist a Federation citizen. Not that he will appreciate that, but oh well. Very well. Doctor, do a scan and see if you can determine. Actually, do a scan to see how much of the environment will affect a transporter beam. Make sure it won't interfere with anything. Lieutenant Commander, I want you to do to assemble a security away team in the event that we have to go down and set up anything. And
Okay, so Doctor, I'm just gonna tell you information. So you can beam down the stuff without any side effects to it. The ionization that was in the atmosphere is just, it was just a really bad thunderstorm that rolled through the area. But there would not be any issues for the transporter to beam down the cargo, with or without a pad.
Captain, I foresee no need for for the shuttle. We can beam.
very well. Actually, now that I think of it, I believe, Lieutenant Commander, Doctor, I believe I would like the two of you to go down with an away team to see if there's any security or medical needs they require. But understand that we are officially not here. However, these are Federation citizens in risk, and we need to assist them as best we can. Understood?
Understood. And, sir, I don't know if this would help out, but we could definitely see if engineering could prefab a structure for us and send it down so that we have a permanent structure and we're not having to rely on their flimsy tents.
Very well, that's approved. I don't see that as a massive drain in our resources. By the way, Lieutenant Vandelay.
Yes, sir.
How many away hour missions do you have?
Just a few, sir.
Well, time to help coordinate a rescue mission. Well, a supply mission. If nothing else, this will give you some more hours.
Aye, sir. I'm looking forward to it.
Very well. Lieutenant Commander, Doctor, unless there's anyone else you want to bring with you, it'll be just the three of you.
Permission to bring, permission for the security team to bring phaser rifles, given the threat posed by the unknown aliens and their increased combat capabilities.
Lieutenant Commander, do you concur?
I see no evidence of the unknown aliens at this time. We should be okay with Type 2s for now.
Very well. I will assign a phaser rifle just to you, Lieutenant Commander, if nothing else, in the event that you need it. But otherwise, the Type 2s will be sufficient for the rest of your team. And the rest of the away mission, away team.
Aye, sir.
Okay.
So you're gonna take a support character down with you guys? Is that what I'm hearing?
Basically, a security team.
Yeah, we should take one more person because I think transporter is 4 people.
6.
6, yeah. Plus the cargo. Oh, it's just 6 at this time period. My bad.
Well, the cargo hold would have its own transporter, so it can literally just site to site straight down there.
I mean, do we really want to use 3 support characters?
I would just take one. That way it gives Fallon something to do.
Yeah, so why don't we take an engineer, to be honest? That's the only skill set we don't have going down. I guess, does Vandalay
Yeah.
have a decent engineering?
Yeah, I'm decent enough at engineering.
Okay, then I guess we can take anything, really. Then maybe Talia?
Talia
Sure.
McLean.
Talia and or
Which one of them
Alec.
still... Which one of them needs to be played? Let me look.
Both of them.
Neither of them have been used?
So Talia took the place of your Andorian security officer that you had, who got murdered the first episode.
Yeah.
And Alec, I added, but it was none of them have been played.
Okay, so yeah, I don't see any uses on them, so I guess it's up to Shran.
We'll take Talia.
Okay. All right, and you're taking a one of the type 3.
Yeah,
You're
one
taking a
type
phaser
3.
rifle. Okay, that is a momentum spend, and that gives me 2 threat.
Yeah, I know.
Do we
Wow.
need anything to take EV suits down? Do we have to spend anything?
Yeah, you do.
I don't see
Okay.
any reason to take EV suits, but okay.
Yeah, they have an unknown illness though.
Well, just one person's sick.
Okay. Okay, then never mind.
Just fix it with liquor. It's fine.
Only alcohol solved all problems.
It doesn't.
I mean, we've only used it to solve one problem today.
And that's one problem solved. We're on a go. We're on an up. Don't mind me.
All right, so
Okay.
is the team assembled?
Yes, with the medical bag and type 2 phaser in hand.
Okay, and Vandalay, are you going to take an engineering kit as a precaution?
Yeah, sure.
Since you're the only one with engineering experience going down?
And no, it's just Vandalay.
Yeah. Trying to see. I think it's a momentum spend for that, but I'm going to say probably no, just because I'm not going to waste my time looking it up.
It normally is if you're not an
Right.
chief engineer or engineering.
Yep. So I will just forgo that for right now.
Yay.
Also, we don't have the option to take a chief engineer.
Yeah, he couldn't play today.
Thanks, Lieutenant. No.
So you guys step onto the transporter pad. The away team dumps, the 4 of you, with Talia.
Excuse me, sir. Phasers to stun?
Yes. For now.
Okay. And then she fiddles it to make sure it's turned on.
Transporter chief kind of, or just say, you ready to beam down?
Yes,
Have
Chief,
the-
energize.
All right. Taps away on the console and you guys find yourself where there's a, in the kind of, it's outside, it's in the campus just a way ways, but it's kind of a sort of jungle-ish and bunch of ruins.
I start scanning for any signs of predators.
You don't detect anything nearby, but you do detect 15 life forms about 20 meters north of your
Humanoid?
position. Yeah, all humanoid.
I
No, sorry,
give
not
a hand
14.
signal.
My bad. My bad. It's 14 life forms.
I
Or 14 life
I
sites.
give a hand Yeah, I give a hand signal to Kalen and say, I got 14 humanoids in this direction.
That must be the research team. Are the supplies with us, or were they beamed down at the camp?
I thought you were going to secure an area, from my understanding, for them to the supplies to beam down.
They couldn't have been beamed down at the same time, anyways.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna look at Talia and go, keep a quick eye out. We've got friendlies coming in. I'm gonna get the supplies down here.
Aye, sir.
Maybe we should move to a spot inside the camp to do that, Commander. We don't want to beam him out here. Unless you want to carry him.
Not necessarily. Let's talk to them first. Never mind. Come on, Talia, let's go meet the locals.
Aye, sir.
Are all of you heading towards the encampment?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. It's not that far of a walk, it's about 25 meters. You approach one of the tents, and there's a few people standing around. They're, picking up, debris and stuff, trying to clear pathways, and they're lifting like big heavy equipment up that's been thrown off, knocked down from the storm, and they're just doing a lot of, like I said, work, cleaning up everything. That's normally not what they do on a daily basis.
Right.
And comes out, is a kind of tall. He's slightly older. He's got a little bit of gray human. Because you Starfleet. Usually they send merchant or independent merchants to handle the cargo stuff. Go ahead.
We've had some slight trouble in the area. This one was requested that we deliver personally.
I explained what happened to the cargo ship that was supposed to be here 2 months ago. Thank you.
Are you Dr. Warner?
Yes, yes, pardon me, I am Dr. Warren, and a woman comes out, and she's, kind of pretty young, and she's, blonde hair, and, not blonde hair, brown hair, behind the doctor's like, Dr. Warren, we, going to need to see to, Dr. Russell. She's getting worse.
If you wouldn't mind, Dr. Schramm, would you mind taking a look at that?
Yeah, show me to her.
You're a Starfleet doctor? She kind of looks at you kind of inquisitively.
I don't know why the Starfleet's necessary. I'm the doctor.
He's our chief medical officer.
Well, if you follow me,
We do more than
I
killing.
can show.
He kind of chuckles.
Well, I would hope so. If you don't mind, I can show you to Nora's tent. She's ill. If you want to help out, I'm just a biologist. Normally,
No
I
reason
don't,
in fumbling. No reason in fumbling over words. Just show me.
Of course. And she escorts you to Dr. Russell's tent. Back before we switch to that scene, or well, that part, Dr. Warren goes, what's your name again?
Oh, my name is Lieutenant Commander Sean. I was just wondering if there's any. Yep, Sean.
Ah, I mean, could help clean up if you're interested in it. He kind of chuckles a little bit. But we got most of our powers offline. I mean, we haven't been able to send a long range communication. Sometimes we're limited to short range for that, and I, you know, can't even do visual calls anymore right now. So,
Yeah,
if you could help get some of our power generators up, that would be great. Of course, wish Rebecca would get back from the outskirts up on the security net, but she hasn't reported in since last night. She should be back soon. I know it's a long trip, but hope anything didn't bad happen to her.
well, first things first, where would you like the supplies to be put?
Oh, sorry, there's just rubble everywhere. Um, kind of motions over. There's a kind of a clearance, like, and he escorts, like, I don't know how much they sent. You can bring them down, beam them down here.
All right, and I'll flip open my communicator. Sean to the Azure.
As you're here, go ahead.
Captain, there's a clearing in the rubble about 5 meters away from my current position to the south. Uh, could you have the cargo bay put the supplies there?
Very well. Expected shortly.
Thanks. Sean out. Click.
And that's where I shoot the torpedoes. Nah, just kidding. I actually send down the supplies there.
Okay, I'm actually gonna make you do a transport for this, since this is more of a site to site. So this is gonna be difficulty 2 engineering plus sensors, assisted by the ship's. Or yeah, that's the ship. Sorry, control plus engineering. So if you want to use a supporting character for this, you guys are more than welcome to.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I think one of them has transporters. Ah, Skur does. Your Tellarite engineer.
He has been so useful the last couple of missions. He's a general transporter and killer of Klingons.
He's a good
What,
Tellarite.
what's the diff we're looking at?
Difficulty is
Two.
2. Just because you have to specify a location for it and everything else.
One moment. Just checking something.
And while they're doing this, I'm going to try to find the power systems and evaluate the damage.
Okay, so you walk up to, they have like a generator that's just your typical Federation generator. They also actually have a sort of like a windmill in a way that goes up yay high that has actually some damage to it as well. And it's currently not rotating.
Okay, this is interesting. I mean, is there anything noteworthy about the windmill, or just purely wind power?
It's just purely wind power. It's, you know, it's pretty, by this standpoint, it's kind of ancient technology. It seems like that's what they use for, could be used for daily use for operating smaller equipment and stuff. That it would generate enough power for that. The generator looks like it might be like their backup generator in case the windmill stops operating. The windmill's got some debris on it, but not a whole lot. It could be that it would maybe you have to kind of open up and take a look.
Dr. Warner, can I ask you about this windmill here?
I can do my best. Usually, Rebecca's our maintenance girl. She handles all of it. She's been kind of rubber, though she's been kind of angry with everything lately, which I can't blame her.
Oh, no worries. I was just going to ask
you make-
exactly what you power with this windmill. Is it the primary source of your power here at the camp, or what are you powering with this?
Oh, I mean, most of our equipment doesn't use a whole lot of power, so we use the windmill mainly as our power source to back up generators for anything extensively, that we might need. Because the generator can output a higher, from my understanding, a higher level of power. But since our power cells don't get a whole lot they come in, very rarely. We don't like using the generator at all that often.
Okay, thank you. Do I know about how long it might take to repair this windmill?
You have to give me an insight plus engineering for that, and the difficulty is going to be 1.
So is that task roll 1?
No, task roll is going to be 2.
Okay.
The difficulty for it means is how many successes you need when you roll.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's all you needed. It looks like some of the circuitry was shorted out. Essentially, like it looked like it was hit by lightning, and just have to replace a few circuit boards, and you should be able to get it up and running again.
Okay. Do I know if we have those circuit boards as part of the material?
I want to say everyone got kind of like an inventory of what the supplies that they were carrying, and there is replacement circuit boards for the windmill.
Okay, great.
Oh, you're using Skur for the roll? Yeah.
Yeah, that was Skur's role to beam down the
Well,
supplies.
you just hit it, so no momentum. But the supplies beam down in the spot that you specified, and all of them are there. Also, please mark that he was used in his character sheet. Same with Talia.
Okay.
So, let's go over to the doctor real quick. So, doctor, this woman is escorting you to Nora's tent. She goes, "Oh, forgive me, doctor. My name is Kayla Perry. You are?"
Dilev Shran, Doctor, Lieutenant Commander. And he puts out his hand.
She kind of, as the two of you are walking, she shakes like, "It's a pleasure to meet you, doctor." And she kind of points to the tent. It's not too far, and she kind of pulls back like sort of a curtain. It's like, there she is. She's been, she's been kind of ill for the past few days, and today's been it just gotten worse.
Before she starts finishing any of that, I'm already getting into my discovery, trying to figure things out phase, and pulling out tricorders.
Okay, so you
checking pulses.
You pull out your medical tricorder and you wave the little wand thing across her. So give me a reason plus medicine difficulty 2.
Difficulty what?
2. It's exactly what you needed.
I am loving it.
I should have applied a focus thing. I didn't even think about
Yeah. Did you have like infectious diseases or anything like that? For focus.
I have I guess none of them really apply. Maybe xenobiology if it's a foreign type of disease.
It would only apply
Non-native
to the
disease.
actual biology of the person, not so much the disease.
Okay, yeah, then maybe I don't have any that apply.
Yeah, I don't see any that you would have. But from what you get from the scan, it's definitely telltale signs. Like I sent it to you.
Yeah, you got to be careful sending me things called unknown PNG. Not sure what I'm gonna get.
Unfortunately, when I copy and paste things off of OneNote, it wants to make it into a PNG file.
It's the unknown part that bothers me.
Okay, I'll just read it to you.
No, I'm looking at it. I was just joking.
Yeah. The unknown.
Okay, is it okay? Is it similar to anything I've seen before?
No.
Okay.
But the way, from what the scanners look like, it appears to be bacterial.
I'm going to I'm gonna take a sample and then I want to like I want to apply a bunch of different antibiotics and see what reacts best. Not to the patient, but like to the samples. And I figured that it might be best to do that on the ship. I don't know if I can do that here.
You would probably have to use the ship to do that. That's
Okay.
quite a bit
Then
involved on that.
Yeah, then I'll do I'll open my communicator to both the captain and the lieutenant commander.
Okay. Yeah, find it. If I have the chirp.
Captain and lieutenant commander, this is the doctor. I'm gonna beam the patient up to the ship. This is something I haven't seen before. Could be foreign.
Doctor, do you believe quarantine is necessary?
Not entirely, but tell the staff except for Lieutenant Lavoir to vacate the med bay. We'll start there.
Very well, Doctor. Let us know when you're ready to beam up.
Anytime.
I call down the order to the transport room to have them beamed up and pass along the orders to the CMO's orders to their medical.
Okay. The beam is going from directed to the transporter room, so you can hear a communications like Azure to the doctor. This is the transport room. We're prepared to receive you.
Well, we want to go to the med bay because I don't. If I'm clearing out the med bay, I might as well not beam in and walk down a hallway.
Okay, so right. Then that's gonna be a roll. So difficulty 2. Control plus engineering, assisted by the ship sensors plus engineering.
Okay. How much momentum do we have?
2.
I'm gonna use one for Skur.
Okay.
Ooh!
I will take the threat.
Whew. Thank you.
I don't feel like beaming the doctor into a wall or something like that. So.
Why did you do that? You only needed 2.
The ship assists.
The ship assists. So.
Yeah.
You can say it just like beamed my boots into the deck, so it didn't like beam part of me. Like I just can't walk.
So, I'll make the complication this, Doctor. So, sensors probably are a little bit out of alignment. You didn't actually beam directly to sickbay, but you find yourself and your patient in the conference room.
I open I press the comm on the wall. Captain, I'm gonna need you to clear a deck or 2. I was beamed into a conference room.
I.
And
One moment, please.
could you have a conversation with the security chief or the transporter chief? I don't very much like being beamed to random places.
Your complaint is noted. We will clear out. What deck are you on?
Conference room is on deck 2. Sick bay, I think, is 5 or 6.
I order the security team aboard ship to clear out basically a corridor all the way to the sick bay for medical reasons. So that way, people definitely know to stay there.
Once they're
Okay.
finished with that, we'll go.
All right, so I can tell you right now, like one of your nurses, they come in with the actual kind of a hover stretcher, and they're kind of wearing like hazmat suits. It's like, doctor here, for ease of transport.
Thanks. And he helps load the patient on and starts hovering them down to
Okay.
med bay.
You get the sick. There's no issues. You get the sick bay. It's pretty much clear. I'm gonna do a little mini thing. So back in the transporter room, Skur is kind of mumbling, like, "What's going on here?" He's got a panel ripped out, and he's trying to tweak things because he realizes the mistake that happened.
Yeah.
The captain is going down to have a word with the technician. Since the chief of engineering.
Can I make a reason engineering to find out what happened with Skur?
Sure. Go ahead. Roll me reason plus engineering, assisted by the ship's computers plus engineering.
All zeros.
Sure, no complications there.
I was hoping for a complication. Really was. Damn. All right. I'll give you guys 2 momentum for it, since you guys are hurting for momentum here, and you're probably gonna need it down the road. The way things have been going for you. For some reason, the sensors were out of alignment, and someone missed the maintenance check on it.
Oh, dang it. I blame Murr.
Blame her because he's not here. I really wish. I guess, yeah. We got some LOLs in the chat. So.
Wait, in your chat?
Yeah. So I just kind of looked at it. So back in sickbay, the nurse helps you load Nora onto the onto the bed, and Roy Harper is actually still in there. He kind of looks like, "Is everything all right, doctor?" Kind of like.
I did order it vacated though.
Oh, okay, never mind. I forgot. Okay, nope, he's not there. Never mind. Darn, no RP for Roy. So yeah, the guys, are there like sound effects here? Transfer. Sick bay. Okay, you're in sick bay. I don't have the toss one. Kind of mad. That one. Nope. Currently she is running a very high fever, like dangerously high for a human. Her heart rate is erratic, and she is definitely sweating profusely.
I'm going to give something to alleviate those symptoms.
Okay.
Just something to slow down the heart rate and all that.
You do that. It seems to help a little bit, but the fever goes down slightly. But her body appears to be fighting off some sort of infection, just from visual cannot talk observations.
Okay. Then I'm going to take all the samples I collected and I'm going to submit each one of them to different known antibacterials and see if any of them are able to fight off the virus or the infection in not in the patient though, like in a lab setting.
Okay. Roll me insight plus medicine, assisted by the ship's computers plus medicine. I think it's a good roll for that.
Sounds about right.
Do I know the difficulty?
Difficulty is 2. Send you this real quick.
It's another unknown PNG.
It is, but I'm trying to fix this so it comes across text. Just takes way too long.
It doesn't. I was mostly joking.
I
That
know.
was entirely for comedic effect.
It was for a momentum spend originally, so but that's what your test results come back. But the blood sample does have already high trace amounts of antibacterial in her system, as well as parts, some white blood cells in there.
So can I safely say now that I know that it's that it is bacterial and not viral?
Yes.
Okay, then I want to see if I can find something that can specifically attack the cell walls of this bacteria.
Okay. Trying to think. So I'm pretty much have it written to let you be creative on this, and so while I'm just gonna say like you just come up with an idea of how you want to treat her. In the meantime, we're gonna cut back to the planet. and check in with the way team.
Okay. I'm gonna look over at Vandalay and go, Lieutenant Vandalay.
Yes, sir.
What's the power situation with that windmill?
I think I can get it repaired. Using the materials that were beamed down with supplies.
All right, yeah, that's probably going to be a priority.
Aye,
Apparently,
sir.
that's their main source of production. So yeah, we need that back up as quick as possible. And then I'm going to turn back. Is Dr. Warner still near me?
Oh yeah.
Doctor, you said you had a missing teammate?
Well, I know where she's at. It's just she took our only rover out there. One of the security nets came down. She went to go out there and fix it, but she hasn't checked in this morning at all yet. So I am a little concerned. I was about to send a group of people out there to look for her or check in on her, but it's a good 6-hour walk from here.
Give me a second. Basically, or one thing before this, do you know her exact coordinates right now? Or at least where she should be?
Yeah, it's near the mountain region. I couldn't give you the exact location. It's kind of thick brush. There's a trail that we used with the rover to get to there.
Okay. And with that, he flips open his communicator. Sean to the Azure.
Azure here, go ahead.
Captain, can you give me a quick life sign scan of the mountain region? We've got a missing team member of the investigative team.
Very well. Stand by, please. I'll walk over to the science station myself and do the scan.
All right, Mike, I'm gonna make you roll for it because the data's kind of already in the computer there. There is one humanoid life sign about a few kilometers from where she's at, or where she's at from the encampment. The problem is though the sensors have a hard time locking on to her specifically.
I'll try to see if I can clear it up at all by tuning it myself.
Let's make this a control engineering assisted by the ship's computer engineering. Difficulty is going to be 4.
After considering how difficult this is, I decide not to do this. Right. It is never easy.
Do you have a value?
I do, but my engineering and control is garbage.
So, I'm going to tell you why as you go over the scan records, Captain, while you're also trying to tune the sensors to see if you can get a more positive lock on it. You do notice that there are trace metals in the air that are actually interfering with the sensors on the planet itself.
Do I think that I wouldn't know? It's an engineering question. Actually, no, science question possibly. Do I think with pattern enhancers they might be able to make it easier to cut through that and make a transport easier, or transporter lock easier?
You have to beam. Problem is though, yeah, it could be, but someone has to get there.
I'd have to beam down the transmitters down to them.
Right.
All right. Azure to Lieutenant Commander, to away team.
Sean here.
We have a rough lock roughly in that location about these coordinates. It's not an exact lock, however. There's a lot of interference in the area. Do you believe you'll need transport, or do you believe you'll be able to get out there on?
We'll be able to get up there on foot. I just wanted to make sure that team member specifically hasn't reported in all day. I just wanted to make sure that we had a positive life sign from that area.
I'll check the scan again, Mr. GM, and see and check two things. One, is it a strong signal, like a strong life sign of this person isn't dying or something already?
I can't really. It's kind of hard to tell from the scan. I'm just trying to figure out what to say to you.
Can I spend momentum for extra information? Because it would be another check, to be honest.
It would be. Yeah, I'll allow the momentum spend. You can tell that she is alive and breathing, but it does appear that she is in some sort of distress. There is definitely, from the sensor scan, it appears that she might be pinned down by something, or there's something obscuring her, from just visually looking. If you look down from the planet, there's a tree line, but you can push back the tree brush. It does appear like there's something on top of her.
Away team, be advised, the life form that I detect in that region seems to be in distress and seems to be underneath a fair amount of material.
I look over at Warner and go, rock slide?
It could be a rock slide or a mudslide. Those are kind of common in this region. I wouldn't surprise me with the storm activity that we had that I should never send her alone.
Well, me and oh man, now I'm trying to remember. Talia.
Yes, sir.
Here. No, I'm talking to Warner.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Me and Talia here, we can go out there and take a look and see if she and try and help her out. If you want to join us.
I should honestly stay here. There's a lot of work to be done, but if you could do that for us, that'd be great. I would really. You guys are like a lifesaver here, so.
We'll do what we can. And with that, the lieutenant commander pops back open his communicator. Sean to the Azure.
Azure here, go ahead.
What's the closest you can get me and Talia to that life sign in the mountain range?
Looking at the scans, does it look to be a clearing or something nearby that location?
Not really, but you could. It would be closer to the foothills of that area.
How much does it look like I'm helping him cover? Am I just covering a kilometer or?
About 75% of the way, if not more. I would say they would probably maybe be half hour to 45-minute trek up it to get to her.
Definitely beat the 6-hour walk.
How long do I think a shuttle will take to get down to them?
There's not a good clearing to land the shuttle.
There goes that idea. All right. Yeah, I can get you about good three quarters of the way there. At least to the.
Yeah, from what I hear from the dock, there should be a trail that leads up that. That should be fine, Captain. Have the transporter room do a site to site and get us as close as they can.
Very well. Stand by, please.
Skur has this. So, Skur is going to need to make a control plus engineering. Actually, let's make this daring plus engineering. Difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's sensors plus engineering.
I would like to go down there and personally assist him to make sure he doesn't screw this up.
Okay.
God damn it, specialist.
I will allow the assist.
Daring engineering.
For you, let's make this presence command.
What about control command?
I physically
Or control
grab him.
command.
I
Let's
should-
do control command. Let's do control command. That sounds better. That's 3.
Doctor, you're not helping. But thank you.
Sorry?
make it control
inspiration as a focus?
Sure.
I'm-
Yeah, we're gonna say you're inspiring this guy to do his job correctly.
And he didn't listen. I see how it is.
He's always like, God. He's like, I know, Captain. I'm doing my job. Wasn't my fault last time. The damn sensors were out of alignment.
I don't recall requesting back talk specialist.
He was mumbling that, all right.
Vulcans.
He was definitely mumbling that. He's like, I know, God, just let me do my job. You guys bank 1 momentum off that though, and Talia and Shran find themselves in the middle of a jungle, and there is a path that leads kind of up, and you can kind of see it's muddy, and you do see some potentially tire tracks that lead up.
Azure to away team.
Sean here.
Where are you?
Foothills. I've got tire tracks. This should give us a clear destination.
Very well. Carry on. Specialist, carry on. And I leave back to the bridge.
Talia,
Sir.
let's keep an eye out.
Say again, sir?
Let's keep an eye out. According to Dr. Warner, with that security net down there, could be hostile life around this area.
All right, sir. And she'll draw her phaser out and kind of look around to see if there's anything hiding in the brush. Basically on alert.
And we'll follow the tire tracks, hopefully up the hill towards the life sign.
Okay. So back to Vandalay, real quick. How are you going to fix this windmill?
Well, based on my observations of the windmill, it looks like the circuit boards have been burnt out. So I know that there are extra circuit boards, or at least material, in the supplies that were beamed down. So I'm going to go attempt to get those and install the new circuit boards.
Okay. All right, you go and get the appropriate items that you need. So give me a control plus engineering to essentially switch out the circuit boards and get the windmill back online. Difficulty is 2.
Difficulty is what?
2. So you need 2 successes and get this windmill back up and running. And I will... Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, it wouldn't have any apply anyway. Yeah, you successfully replace the circuit board, kick it on, and the windmill starts turning up. There's a bunch of debris on it, and it comes flying off and raining down on top of everyone. But it is now working, and a lot of the lights that were online or offline now come back online, and the colony has its basic power back up.
Say to myself, not bad for a communications officer. So I turn to Dr. Warner and say, Doctor, power's back.
Oh, thank you. It's wonderful to see. You have no idea, we've been running off of flashlight and lanterns for the last 2 days.
Hey, no problem at all. So do we need to get the generator repaired as well?
It's just it's out of juice. Essentially, the power cells that My people can take care of that. They're just putting the power cells back on. Um, in fact, do you say I overheard you saying you're you're a communications officer?
Yes, sir.
That's quite an extraordinary feat. Um, are you fluent in several different xenolinguistic stuff?
Yeah, my training includes studies in xenolinguistics.
My people have been having a hell of a time trying to decipher this text. I was wondering if you could assist me with it while you guys are here.
Uh, sure, I can take a look.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Follow me, and I'm gonna cut. While you follow Dr. Warren, I'm gonna cut back to the doctor, back aboard the ship. All right, doctor, you back on the sick bay. Uh, how are you going to treat Nora?
I want to create a serum that'll specifically target the. So I can identify the cells and distinguish them from other cells. So I want to create a serum that can seek out those cells and destroy them by like
Okay.
puncturing the cell wall or something.
All right. So essentially, you want to create like a poison, essentially, that would kill off the bacteria and not
Yeah.
damage the actual body. All right. That works. So for this is going to be an extended task using your control medicine to create the solution. Difficulty is 3. Resistance is going to be 3 because of how resilient this bacteria is, and you're going to need 3 breakthroughs.
Okay, so this means I have to get 3 successes, but when I get the first breakthrough, that means only 2 successes, and after the second one success, so on and so forth.
Right. And since you're in sick bay and you have all or this was more on the lines that if you were on the planet, the difficulty is going to be lowered to 2 since you have the advantage right now.
Okay.
Nice call going to the ship, Doc.
Well, we'll have to see what happens when you get to that other person, if that was a good call or not. Is there any time?
No, there's no time. It's just whenever you complete this extended task. Is this essentially what you're going through is trying different formulas and stuff like that, and seeing what works and what doesn't work?
Okay. Well, then can I use a determination for this life for Talus?
Sure. And it is going to be controlled medicine.
Oh, and I'm going to use that for an automatic success.
Okay.
And since right now I'm focused on creating the serum to xenobiology count, because now I'm specifically looking at ways to interact with the foreign infection, not the person's body.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Just trying to figure out if it was really would apply since it's bacterial in nature. But yeah.
I mean, that's biological.
It is biological, but you're not dealing with a body. But yeah.
So that's 5.
Yep, you get 3 momentum.
And real quick, before I get any further, let me do the veteran.
It's 1 challenge dice.
Hold on. I'm not on my normal computer, so I have a little. Yeah, I'm having trouble with challenge dice. Can you handle the challenge dice for me?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not letting my keyboard interact with that.
Here, I changed it to 1 for you on your
Oh.
character sheet. Sure, just have to hit the. No.
Did it?
It rolled a 1. Wasn't enough.
Okay.
And roll 7 challenge dice, which I changed it for you. Okay, it's 5 successes. Resistance is 3, so that's going to be 2 on the work track.
How much work is it?
12.
Okay. Can I buy piercing?
Yeah, it's 1 momentum, so that gives you 2 more. So you're down. It's not enough for a breakthrough.
Would another piercing be enough, or another work? How much do I need?
You just need 1 more for another. So another work. Another
Yeah, I'll
momentum
just buy.
spend.
Yeah, I'll just do a 1 more momentum spin to get the breakthrough.
Okay. All right. That is 1 breakthrough for you. All right, you still have 7 work left on the track. I need 2 more breakthroughs, and the difficulty is now 1. It's with your advantage.
That's good.
Okay, roll 7 challenge dice. Damn. See, I got 6, 7, 8, 9 successes, minus 3, so that is 6, right? Yeah.
So I just need 1 more piercing, and I'll get it.
Yes, 1 more piercing, and you would get it.
Well, I better not do that because I don't. I can just, since it's not timed, I'll just do a roll again and not waste on momentum.
Okay. Well, the
I
task
may
goes
actually
down.
be able to.
Right. So that only puts you at 1 left on the work. That is a breakthrough.
That
So
was the right decision, right?
Yeah, and it's 4 momentum. You actually have 2 floating.
Yeah, then. Well, I can't do anything with the floating anyways because I'm
Right.
just gonna be able to get it.
Just
Could ask. Oh, sorry.
barely. And that completes this work. You synthesize a concoction that actually devours the bacteria without. There is a slight side effect to it, but she'll live.
Is it like a permanent side effect?
No.
Okay.
It's gonna leave her kind of weak for a while and dehydrated. You got to pump a lot of fluids into her for a while.
Okay, then I'll call over Lavoir.
Yes, doctor.
Let's do 3 liters every 6 hours or something, and keep me noted on her progress.
Okay. You just
I'll-
have the solution made. You're gonna inject her with it.
Oh, I thought I already did that because you said it had
Was-
side effects.
It has side effects. The solution you have is going to have side effects for her.
Oh, okay. The way
Yeah.
you said it, I thought
Right.
I had already
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay.
What is
It's just a difficulty 1. Control plus medicine. Just to make sure you give her the right amount dosage. You have a floating momentum. Yeah.
Can I use my floating momentum to take away the side effects?
If you spend another momentum, I will allow it.
Then I'll do that.
Okay, you go down to 5. And she will not have any side effects from the solution that you created. And you inject her. She's a little groggy. She kind of wakes up as like, her fever goes down. She's kind of coming to from her comatose state.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Where am I?
And I'm checking vitals while I'm doing this. You're on the USS Azure in orbit above your planet, your research site.
Starfleet?
Yeah, we happen to be in the area to deliver you some supplies. Your people said you were having some issues, so I beamed you up here.
Yeah. And then as she kind of come to, she like her eyes waking up as a sun jolt of adrenaline. She stands up and she's like, "Oh God, I messed up the formula. Shit."
What? Is there something we need to know about?
Oh God, what? What was wrong with me exactly, Doctor? Tell me.
You had a bacterial infection.
Oh, shit! I thought I did the right. Thought I did the
Did you-
procedure right. Crap.
Did you give this to anyone else?
No. I just no one could touch my distillery down the planet. It's
They
not
can't touch
safe.
what?
My distillery. Sorry, I'm not pronouncing it properly. She's making alcohol.
Oh,
Distillery.
Distillery, yes. No one can touch it down there. Oh God. Oh shit! I shouldn't have drank it. It was too soon.
Am I to surmise that the time of an elite Starfleet surgeon and the medical facilities of a state-of-the-art Constitution class ship were used to help you get over a hangover? He realizes
no.
that it was not actually a hangover. He's just being condescending.
That was. How long have I been out? It's just kind of like she like flops back down. And she's just like putting her head over her eyes, like I don't feel the side effects of a hangover. Clearly, it's been longer than a normal hangover.
Your people didn't tell me how long. I'd surmise a day or two.
Oh God. Ugh.
Do y'all have any sort of counselor planet side that I can enroll you in meetings with?
Doctor.
This might
There's 15 of us. I have both the physician and the counselor on this expedition. I assure
Well then,
you,
counselor, I would have liked.
I do
I
not
would
have a
like to
drinking
inform
problem, Doctor. I make the moonshine, is what you want to call it, as a gesture for people to relax. I do not consume absorbent amount of alcohol. I was merely testing the batch that I was making.
you don't relax with moonshine. You do a little bit
Doctor,
more than relaxing.
It's 15 people. What do you think goes on?
Well, we better get you back down to the planet, anyways.
I think that's a good idea, Doctor. Thank
I
you
wouldn't
for...
want you giving any bad influences to the crew. He's chuckling the whole time he's doing this. He's just giving shit.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I guess you're escorting her back to the planet side, or are you gonna make her like stay in sick bay and recover?
Well, since she has no side effects, and I'll, and she's cleared of the problems, I imagine it's nothing that she can't rest on the.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take her back down to the planet and to get situated, and then go from there.
All right. And Skur, I'm not gonna make any rolls for this because one, I don't think you got. I need more threat, and you guys don't need the complication.
And he's already got a demerit. He's not getting it. He can just keep digging down.
It's
So
crewman Stir now.
Yeah, he's getting the workload today. Doctor, you beam down with Nora and just about where her tent was at. Dr. Perry comes out like, Nora, you're up and awake. Oh, thank heavens. And she's kind of like,
Yeah.
like, yeah. Kind of like trying to cover her shame right now.
You gotta watch this one with the moonshine.
Is that what made you sick? Kayla's like, I was debating not to try some, but if that made you sick, I'm so glad I did not. It's like, yeah, Nora's like, what kind of mumbles as she goes back into her tent. It's like, Dr. Trent, thank you so much. Is there anything I could do for you? Anything at all? Just let me know.
Yeah, I'll keep some. I'll figure something out.
Just so
He
you
said-
know, Nora's last batch was actually really good.
Wait, y'all tried it?
Not this one, no.
Oh, okay. Well, if I wasn't on duty and was willing to take my life into my own hands.
Well, Doctor, if you don't mind, I need to get back to cleaning this place up.
Sounds good. And the doctor's just gonna go around helping whatever needs to be helped, getting things back in order until the rest of the away team is ready to leave.
Okay, so with that, I'm going to say Talia and Sean made it up the mountainside. So I don't have like photos, but I'll give you sort of the rundown. ran out of time. A little bit past south of this river stream, you come up to where the rover is at, and currently a human woman is pinned down on the rover.
Is she just covered with rocks?
No, the
Stuff
rover
like
is
that?
actually pinned on her.
Oh, the rover is pinned on her. Yikes.
Yep. Like it looked like, and from what you can tell, it looked like she rolled down the mountainside and was
Oh,
thrown out.
and then got pinned underneath.
Yep.
First things first, I want to verify consciousness. So while I'm walking up, and her name was Rachel, right?
Yes. No, Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca. Okay. I'm gonna go. You, Rebecca?
You do not get a response.
Damn it.
Is there some way that I can reach it under and like feel for a pulse real quick?
As you approach, her body, like it's on top, laying on top of her. Her head kind of smacked against a rock, and she's kind of got like a head wound. So a little bit of blood is kind of on the rock.
Okay. So she's just knocked unconscious via blunt force trauma, I think.
Yeah.
But okay. I'm gonna flip open my communicator and go, Tank Commander Sean to the dock.
You got me.
Yeah, you still on the ship?
Planet side.
All right, I'm currently about 6 kilometers. I guess it's north.
Yeah. We'll go with north. That sounds good.
Yeah, 6 kilometers north of the settlement. I found their missing member. She's pinned underneath the rover. I've got a bit of blunt force trauma. Patient is non-responsive.
Doctor to Captain Flavin.
Azure here, go ahead.
I need a site to site to Calum.
Acknowledged. And I ordered the transporter room to perform the site-to-site beam.
Okay, so because the
And once
emitter,
again,
because of the interference with the minerals in the area, getting a site-to-site lock is going to be, well, it's going to be an increased difficulty to 4. And I'm going to spend 2 threat to add a complication to the roll. Whoops. I'm
Maybe
drawing, apparently.
Flavian wants to do help personally or something. Or
oh yeah, I'm going down there personally.
Alright.
I wish Skur had a value.
he will after this one. But you have a bunch of momentum from the medical tasks.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn 3 of them.
Alright. So it's going to be control plus engineering, assisted by the ship's sensors plus engineering. Difficulty 4,
No.
complication range 2.
And can I be breathing fire down, cold fire down his neck to make sure he doesn't screw this?
No, if he rolls a
If
complication, well,
it was a complication, I'm going to come up with something. So,
That's a no.
it's a
You're not
no.
allowed to help.
So you have you get 1 momentum so far. Need the ship. And Captain, give me a control plus command, and I will allow a focus for this. I think you have one. That's
If
two
we-
momentum.
If we get a complication on the captain, we're gonna have to fire him.
That's mutiny. I heard that in meta, but still. Inspiration.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not trying to be hard on you. I just want you to, do your job properly. That's all.
Oh, max momentum. There you go. All right.
Oh man.
All right, Doctor. Since Skur was trying to do his job so fiercely, he's like, Captain's on my ass, working away, and he beams you literally almost right on top of the chief of security.
I look at him very sternly, and then I drop down and check for vitals.
All right, give me a insight medicine check. Difficulty is 1.
According to the ship, they're still getting a life sign reading from here, so I think she's still alive.
Well, I'm not checking to see if she's alive. I'm checking to see how much alive she is.
There we go. That's not the toss trigger. You have 1 floating momentum, but she is definitely alive. Her vital signs they're kind of stable. But from the medical scan, she currently has some broken ribs, while as both her legs are broken.
Can
In
I
fact, one
use
of
the
them-
momentum? Can I use the momentum to see if moving the vehicle, the rover, would negatively impact her?
Yeah, and I'll give it to you. Like, moving the rover would definitely, if you move it just enough that you could probably just slide her out.
Okay.
Like, the rover is definitely heavy. Um,
I'm asking though, she's not going to bleed out if we pull it up.
no,
Or anything.
if she was severely injured enough, that she would have already bled out to death by now.
Okay. Then I look at Caleb and I say, "We're going to have to pick this up." And I grab one part of the rover and wait for them to get in position.
Yeah, so basically, I think me and the doc will lift it, and I'll go, Talia, when we get enough clearance, just pull her out.
Okay, I will allow an assist from the doctor. Talia, I'm assuming Shran is going to be the main for this, because I'm making this a fitness plus security difficulty 5.
Oh, yeah, then definitely.
And I'm
And I'm
spending
glad
2
you know.
threats to add a complication. Or well,
Time for a value, maybe?
No, add plus, or make the complication range 2 to 2.
No, I was
Okay.
asking Caleb. Maybe it's time for a value.
Yeah. Pop my determination for no man left behind.
Sure,
Well,
I will allow it.
it's a woman, so
Semantics.
He's trying to get back at me. He's trying to get back at me for that control command.
no,
Yes.
I'm not that petty. Wait, yes, I am.
Okay, so you said it would be fitness security?
Yes, fitness plus security, difficulty 5, complication range 2. I will need.
So you could, if you've got 2 dice and we've got 2 successes already, and I'm rolling. Do you want to buy 1 more dice?
Yeah,
Or-
GM, take 2 threat.
We have momentum.
I've got both.
Yeah, he wants to reroll.
Oh,
I'll take the threat. All right, so you're rolling 3 dice. Already got 2 successes plus. But yeah, it's gonna be fitness plus security for everybody.
Do I have any relevant focuses? Probably not.
The only one I would maybe see. See what you got here. Let me pull up your sheet.
Talia is assisting too, right?
You're
Yes.
pulling. Yeah, it's
What-
basically all timing, but yes.
So
Fitness.
one person's gonna, 2 people are gonna be lifting, the other person's gonna pull her out, and No, you don't have any focuses for this.
Rerolling the complication, thank you very much.
So there's 4, 5.
Rerolling complication.
I know, I get that. Because you're.
Ding dong.
Alright, that's 6. You get. Well, you have a floating momentum, so. You already maxed. Yeah, you managed to pull her out, and Talia, as you pull her out, you actually notice in the brushes. But looks like. Ugh, if I can move this thing. Looks like a big. Looks like Bigfoot.
Talia reaches out and taps the security chief and then points.
Once she's clear, I want to draw my phaser.
So it looks like Bigfoot.
More are coming. They're coming out of the brushes. You hear this. Roar! They beat their chest.
I flip open my communicator. Lieutenant Commander Sean to the Azure emergency beam out.
Beam you out now. Get on it, specialist.
I'm dropping people in here real quick.
This is probably about to be the hardest roll we've done yet.
So the chief engineer comes back to the engineer who's in the transport room. Comes, I was like, I can't get a lock on them, Captain. There's a lot of interference. There's too many life signs.
Do we have more than one transporter pad on this thing?
I think we're afraid we might beam up the things.
That's what I was thinking.
No, you only have the one transporter room.
Shoot.
All right, fine. Hang it. Is it possible for me to just walk over to the rover and flip it over onto its tires?
No. that roll there was to literally see if you can just lift it up.
Oh, so I can't halo the shit out of this.
No, you can't halo the shit out of this.
All right, fine.
All right. We're into combat. I believe someone has the highest initiative here is Sean.
Yeah, me, 11.
Right.
Or no, 10, my bad.
Yeah, 10. What does Shran have?
Is it?
Daring.
Oh, daring. I have.
Staring. Yeah.
No.
You cut out there. I'm sorry.
9.
Daring of Talia is
9.
9.
Okay, so it would be Shran and then Talia. Okay. It is Shran's go.
I'm gonna take the Type 3 phaser rifle off my back, and with my minor action, use the charge action.
The minor action would be to actually pull it off your back.
Dang it. In that case, I'll spend a momentum to use the charge action.
You know what? I will allow it. Just because you're spending momentum. Not supposed to, but I'll allow it.
Really? You can't spend a momentum for an extra minor?
It's 2. Yeah.
Not as written,
No,
but
you-
GMs can forego.
You can't technically spend an or gotta find the page. There is a momentum spend for. Actually, oh, it is 1. That's right. You're right. You're good. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Never
You
mind.
can
Yeah.
do the charge. You can do the charge.
Good. and then I'll just shoot at the lead one.
Which one? There's kind of.
I'm on my phone. I can't see right now.
Okay.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't matter because my charge is going to be wide beam.
Okay. You're gonna hit 3 of them.
Okay, cool. Let me get my roll set back up for this. Complication 1, task roll 2. No focus, because that's in hand-to-hand combat. And roll. And damage with this.
It's a hit. And this is all non-lethal?
Yes, this is all non-lethal.
Okay. And those 3 actually... They had cover, so I need to roll some cover dice.
Ooh. Yeah, brush.
Where's cover? Yeah, the brush. I'm just trying to remember the cover rules here. Cheat sheet.
Half cover or full cover?
It's probably with the brush. I'm gonna say it's closer to full cover.
I
And
think
didn't
it's
put it on
4.
there.
I think it's 4 cover challenge dice. If it's full cover. If it's half, it's 2, I think.
Right. Probably right, but I'm gonna double check here real quick. Yeah, they have it all the way over there. Oh, it's literally determined by me, so I'll go with 4.
Well, shoot a monkey.
So how much damage was the? It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4.
It's
4 damage.
Okay. Okay. They're still up, but they're pissed.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. And since you shot, the one is gonna come at you in charge. Roll me a opposed check. So daring plus security. He's going to literally try to pound you down.
Okay. I have martial arts, so I get a focus.
Right. I'm gonna spend 3 threat here to roll me some dice.
You can take that 3
Why
threat
not?
right back.
It's 3 successes. 3 for me. So you have to beat that. Damn. You gain a momentum.
Here you go, buddy. Get knocked down.
6. Yep. And this guy is like taller than you and a little weak probably from that wide area stun you try to do, and you knock him down, and he is literally out cold, and he's kind of floating down the stream. Alright, Doctor, it's your turn.
I'm gonna I'm gonna shoot the one that's closest to me. And can I use my minor action to? I don't know what you can do to a phaser with a minor action, a type 2 phaser.
Charge for white.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do that.
You're gonna charge it and do what?
Oh, wide.
You're only going to hit 2 of them.
Then I'll do the 2 that. I'll do the 2 that are in front of me, not the one that's in front of Shram.
Okay.
Shram.
All right. Roll its control plus security.
Hold on.
Oh boy.
And a focus in hand phasers.
Yeah. And that hits. Roll damage. So yeah, your beam looks like it hits them, but they kind of not enough because since they're in cover. So you guys want to retain the initiative or let it pass to them? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. I mean, do we still have 6 momentum?
Yeah.
Okay, then I don't see why we don't retain the initiative.
Yeah, and let Talia go. The only issue is they would like pop, pop, pop.
Okay. It is Talia's go.
Going to take the charge and Y beam at the 2 targets that the doctor tried to put.
Okay. Control plus security.
Focus hand phasers.
Yep, that'll work.
And actually, there's extra dice helps, right? Because it can give you momentum to spend towards stuff, or at least gaining us momentum.
Do you want to spend a dice for an extra dice?
Yeah, I'll spend a dice to get a dice.
Okay.
A momentum,
so
yes.
1 momentum. All right. I get 2 momentum back. And that is a hit. They are still up.
Well, that didn't work.
There we go. Unless you want to do a swift action, it's there go.
I don't think we've all gone though.
Yeah, no, it's nothing I can think of.
No. So, no, a swift task. You can spend 2 momentum to do
Oh.
a swift task and fire again. But it's an increased difficulty.
You know what? Sure.
Alright, it is difficulty 3.
I'll spend 1 die again.
Alright. That is a miss.
Hmm.
All right.
Should-
One's gonna come out of the brush and attack Sean. Do you see what he did to the other one?
Daring security.
Yep, staring security. I'm rolling 4 dice.
Yeah, you can
That's
take that
4.
threat right back.
All right.
Re-rolling 1. Oh, 4.
Oh,
So this is
barely.
a tie. This is a tie right now. So you can succeed at a cost if you want, or nothing happens.
I think I'll just go flat. Nothing happens.
Okay. You're struggling with them, and in a brawl, and I'm spending 2 threat to do a swift task with this guy, and he's gonna try to uppercut with you.
Oh boy, another daring security.
Yep.
You might want to buy something. Oh,
Blocked.
Tie again. So I'm assuming nothing happens, right? 2 are just struggling.
Yeah, nothing happens. It's just so good, roleplay wise.
All right. The other one comes in, goes
Yeah.
after you, Doctor.
fun roleplay until 2 of them come after me. Okay.
And he gonna come in there, and he's actually going to try and do a bite attack on you. Spending some threat to get rid of that complication. So roll me a daring plus security. You have to beat a 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a dice.
Alright.
And hand-to-hand
Have you guys
combat.
Yep. Wow. You get 2 momentum. And roll some unarmed strike damage for me. That is 3 to him. He's still up.
Is it possible we can invoke a complication at them since they rolled it, or no? I forget if that's how that works.
Well, no. So, you have to do, in order to gain an advantage, you have to, for at least ground combat, you're going to have to explain what kind of advantage you want to create, and it's a difficulty 2 task roll depending on the situation.
Okay, no, that's cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Do I really want to... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to spend 2 threat to do a swift task with this guy, and another threat to give me an extra die. So instead of... Alright, roll me some, another daring plus security. Gotta beat a 2.
I'm gonna buy a die again.
Alright. Get the momentum back, roll some damage.
Oh!
And you knock him out. He goes flat on his face. And the last one.
The doctor's gonna say why he's doing that. You're just gonna hear him shout, just like fighting Klingon.
So he sees all his friends go. He kind of roars like, "Ah!" and then this guy retreats back into the forest.
Seeing that one retreat's really going to help the doctor's ego out.
Well, he just watched his two comrades just kind of go down. All right,
Well, there's
Sean,
still-
it is your go.
Yeah, there's still the
You're
one
still
that.
locked.
Yeah, but he's getting ready to go down. Mainly because I'm spending. We have 3 momentum, right?
Yes.
Be careful, because I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with what's her name.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'll just spend 1.
Okay.
I mean, you might want to spend threat anyways, because you've got the bolt.
So I'm spending a threat to roll an extra dice.
Oh boy. Oh!
Oh,
Ooh.
All right, you get 2 momentum out of that. Roll some damage.
And bop!
Ouch. Yeah, he's knocked out through a long and enduring struggle with this giant creature. You uppercut him through straight into the jaw, and like a Hadouken goes
No,
flat
no, no,
on
no.
his goes flat on his face and starts floating down the river or little stream.
He's taller than me, right?
What?
He's taller than me, right?
Oh yeah, he is.
So instead of upper reaching that high up, I kick him in the groin and then knee his face, and he falls over backward into the river.
Actually, it's the knees.
Okay.
Basically, same flavor text.
Whatever. Okay, we are out of combat.
the doctor's gonna have a bit of like kind of like in the end zone touchdown, kind of like victory, and kind of like extend his hand out to Shran, like a kind of like a, I don't know, not like a handshake, but like he's gonna like a, I don't know how to explain it.
Like a high
Like-
five type deal.
Kind of, yeah.
But in Dorian.
Yeah.
So the
like
stern look at each other and just kind of nod. I believe that's what Andorians do, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah. Doc, we probably should get moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back at her and I'm gonna see if I can. Is there any kind of stabilization I need to do?
Yeah, you can
Because-
do first aid, so that's going to be daring plus medicine, difficulty 1.
And emergency medicine.
Yeah, that can apply for here. Nice. All right, you guys are at max momentum. So kind of do a little bit of a scan and inject the hypo into her, and she kind of comes to. She's a little woozy, is like, and she kind of goes, and she kind of cringes her ribs, and she hurts all over. It's like, what crap? Like, who are you guys?
I'm Lieutenant Commander Sean. This here's Dr. Shran and Talia. We're with Starfleet. Your rover rolled down the mountain. Apparently, you were thrown from it, and yeah, you got pinned underneath it.
The doctor's gonna go. If you've got anything important, you should say it now, because I'm going to administer a sedative so you don't feel all those broken ribs. Because we're gonna have to walk you out of here.
The security net needs to be reactivated. it got knocked off online, or else those damn creatures are gonna come down here and they could wreak havoc on the research team.
The apes? Are the
Yeah,
ape-like creatures?
yeah, the they're kind of an off-branch species of, or well, similar to the Mugatos.
Okay. Uh,
Do we want to bring up an engineer and let you and the engineer handle that?
yeah, Doc, if you
Just
get her down to the
I could do it. Just get me, do help me. At least I can guide you through it. There's no need to bring someone up here. It's already too risky. It's in this place.
As
All
long as
right.
you think you're not gonna pass out from the pain.
And trust me, how I'm gonna carry you is gonna really hurt.
Well, we can the two of us can manage to carry her in a less painful way.
All right. Uh,
So what are you doing?
I am
So
gonna pop
me and
in my computer or my communicator real quick and go, Sean to the Azure.
As you're here, go ahead.
Any chance you have gotten that interference around us fixed yet?
Specialist. Has it thinned out at all?
No, it's getting really difficult. I don't know. There's seems to be trace elements. I don't know. It seems like there's I guess the river stream down there. The elements they're in the water. They're causing it to go down the. It's what's causing the interference. It's in the. I don't know. He's frustrated.
Understood, specialist. Azure to away team, be advised that the water that you are currently near is creating interference. You need to be further away from it. We're going to try to continue narrowing the focus on you from up here, but until such time, consider yourself unable to be transported at this time.
So
All right, we're gonna try and
I would, if you want to do something, create an advantage to allow you to be beamed up. I will allow it for this instance, but it's going to be I'm gonna say like an insight science roll, difficulty 3, complication
on the
range 2.
on the part of the party or the ship?
Part of the ship. If they want to do some sort of crazy advantage to order to allow the beam out.
I'm going to go over to a control panel and click it. Captain to Science Officer.
He presses the button and says, "Hello, this is Daniela, Captain. What is your order?"
Meet me in the transporter room.
As you wish, Captain.
All right, specialist. It looks like we're about to find a way to cut through a sheet of metal while beaming through a bunch of live organisms to make sure none of it goes to paste. So think positive.
I shall do my best, Captain.
I left the button on. Release.
She goes over to the computer screen and she says to the captain, "Captain, have you scanned the planet yet, or got any data for me to, well, gather?
Yes, I start tapping at a nearby screen. As you can see here, there's a river near the away team about here. And what the problem is that there seems to be sort of trace elements of blah material and blah material. And that seems to be creating a sort of interference wave. Now, the problem is that we need to find some way to move organic objects through that without basically putting it through a thresher.
I see,
So if you have-
Captain. Let me check the scanners and see what data I can find about this planet. See what sort of density and climate it has on it. Maybe I can work around the climate protocols to beam your precious crew up.
All right, then work quickly. There's an injured person down there that needs our help.
Alright.
So the create disadvantage is going to be difficulty 3, insight plus science, complication range 2. So
Okay.
when you open your character sheet,
Yes.
you're gonna click. Okay, you got insight. So difficulty complication range is 2. So where it says the complication ranges, it currently it's select 1, select 2.
Okay.
I will allow your geology focus for this, so you can click yes for the focus on there. The difficulty is going to be 3. So if you want to add or buy dice, you're going to have to spend momentum to get extra dice.
Okay.
But yeah, where it says focus used at, click yes on there.
Alright, and the task roll is 2, yes?
Yes, task roll is 2.
Alright. Is there a way of using values or anything like that?
If you want to, you can, but you tell me which value you like to use.
Okay. A starship is my home, and its crew is family. So in other words, like I feel very homely working on around the ship and like doing doing sciencey things, and I always treat the crew like my family. So I really want to help them as much as I can to get them back on the ship. And also, I understand technology better than people as well.
Okay. So you're going to use this as an automatic success, 2 successes. So go ahead. If you want to add any more dice, it's going to be 2 momentum to buy an extra dice. But you're currently at 2 successes.
Okay.
Otherwise,
I wish to buy an extra dice then.
Okay. So
Up to 3.
All right, it's 2 momentum. So go ahead and select 3 over on your task roll.
Okay. And then I press the little dice roll, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Here I go. Woohoo.
Please tell me you have plenty saints.
That's 4 so it's 4 successes. You gain 1 momentum. So
Nice.
no, they do not have cautious science, so there's no reroll for that.
Just spend the momentum to get rid of it.
Okay. I used my momentum to get rid of it then.
Okay, so you're down to 3 momentum.
Ship assists?
No, for this case, because the character is going through and actually analyzing all the logs that was already attained by the ship, and actually,
Can I assist my good science officer?
I'm not going to allow an assist on this.
So did I do it?
Yes, so you have the advantage. You correspond. You enter into the computer saying that they are able to beam through the interference normally.
Okay, Captain, I have done it. Your crew now can teleport through the heavy clouds and the harsh weathers.
Specialist, can you get a lock on them?
Activating lock now.
He's talking to the transporter chief.
Sorry, this speaking to the good gentleman over there. Thank you. I look at your sleeves to figure out your rank because apparently my character does not remember who you are, which is in character.
It's a lieutenant.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Oh, you're most welcome, Captain. Anything for the Federation.
So
What species are you, by the way? Oh, sorry.
My name
Sorry,
is
go ahead,
Daniela.
GM.
My name is Daniela Grace as my character.
Believe they're human.
Yes, I'm human.
Okay.
I'm the sassy human. I wear the original old school blue uniform from way back. The skimpy one, that goes higher than the knees.
Okay. So for Skur, the difficulty is gonna be 2. It's gonna be controlled engineering, assisted by the ship's sensors plus science, sensors plus engineering.
Okay. Once I find out that we can transport, I look to Rebecca and go, do you have the coordinates for one of the relays?
Not exactly, no. But it's just literally 15 meters up the hill.
Okay. Captain, change of plans on our direction. We took care of the issue that we ran into. We no longer require emergency beam out. I need to go 15 meters up the hill. All 4 of us, one of them is wounded, so we will be coming back to the ship afterwards.
As you're the doctor, is the patient able to move around under their own power to 15 meters?
It's only 15 meters. We can manage.
All right. We do have a lock on you at this point, so if we're going to transport, we only want to do it the one time. So we'll beam you out once you're done there.
Understood.
And so
before we take off, though, I want to give an amount of sedative that I think is going to reduce the pain, but not interfere with their consciousness.
Okay. All right. You know what? I'll make you do it a control plus medicine. Difficulty 1 to make sure you get the dosage right.
Can I use emergency medicine? Because this is kind of on the fly.
Sure.
Oh, my bad.
Well, you get it. You put the right dosage in her, and she feels a little like she kind of like sighs with her, like, "Thank you." So, to trek her up a little bit to get to the device. 2 people are gonna probably need to carry her. Essentially.
I was going to look at her and say, this might hurt, and literally fireman carry her up the hill.
I wouldn't do there's definitely an easier way that 2 people can carry someone that's almost like them sitting in a chair. Like,
Both
we
her
could
legs are
definitely do this.
broken.
Or the over the arm type thing, 2 people on either side.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do this without hurting them.
Because if you're gonna fireman carry her up, I am definitely making you do a fitness check for that.
Oh, that's perfectly fine.
Well, yeah, but we don't have to do that. We can use him and the doctor, so no one has to fail a fitness check.
All right. That's fine. We can do that.
I'm assuming Talia's gonna kind of clear a little bit of a path towards it.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
going up ahead a bit.
Okay.
And for right now, I'm going to look at Talia before I pick up Rebecca and say, hold on to this for me, and hand her my type 3.
Okay.
Hi, sir. and she'll shoulder it, but keep her Type 2 out because she hasn't been ordered to use it.
All right. You guys make it to the device. Pretty easy. Well, not easily, but you're kind of trying to clear. There's a little bit of brush and wilderness have grown over around the area a little bit, and it's kind of like a little. It's almost like just a beacon, like a pod that's into the ground, and it's not flashing or anything like that. It appears that like it's water seeped into it.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at the doctor and say we can set her down here, like close nearby.
I'm gonna help him set her down and say, "Okay, now we're gonna need you to help us walk us through this."
Okay. See the access panel? Need you to open it up.
And I'm guessing Shran's gonna pop it open.
Okay.
It's not. My bad.
So you pop it open. She kind of looks and like trying to peer inside. She kind of was like, "Can you scoot a little bit over to your left?"
Sure. And I literally shift so my right hand can still reach in, but she's got a clear view.
And she kind of looks at it as like squints a little bit. It's like, crap. See the circuit board there? Can you pull it out?
Yank.
As you reach in to pull the circuit board out, there's like some sludge that's on it.
Ew.
Oh, crap.
She's like, ugh.
Please tell me you brought an extra one of these up here in the rover.
If you, my toolkit's back in the rover. I might have something to clean that off. Or, actually, you got phasers, right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just put it on the ground, set it to the lowest setting you have, and you could kind of vaporize that stuff off there. It'll come back online, I'm sure of it.
Or I could just run down to the rover and grab the box.
The device I'm using is going to be the same thing.
The doc's gonna look at Talia and go, "She's an engineer. Let her do it."
I'll pull out my Type 2, adjust it to the proper settings, and dry it off.
Okay, so give me a control plus security check since you're aiming it, but difficulty is going to be 3. Wow. Well, you got it. You got it. So yeah, you clean you're like a surgeon with your phaser. You just get all that sludge and grime off, and Rebecca looks like, nice job. Could have done a bit better than myself, but good work. Go ahead and stick it back in. That should do it.
Pop it back in.
All right, pop it back in. Close the access panel. She's like, yeah, that switch on the left, flip it, and then the other one on the right 2 times. Yeah, no, up and down, like that. Perfect.
I literally do it like exactly like that.
And the thing comes back online and starts humming. It's like, that's the noise it's supposed to make.
Ah, cool. So we shouldn't run into any more of those big things.
Yeah, those guys are a problem every now and then. If you don't mind, I could really use some TLC right about now.
Yeah, we're taking you up to the ship.
I'll
Go
flip
get
out my
Doc.
communicator.
Fancy
I
sick bay.
I flip out my communicator and go, Transporter room 4 to beam out.
All right, I need a control plus engineering, assisted by the ship's sensors plus engineering, difficulty 2.
From Skur, coming right up. Please don't fail me now.
Just need the ship. All right, successfully they materialize on the transporter pad.
I call a nurse for a floating bed.
For a hover stretcher.
Yep.
And I forgot the transporter. There we go. All right. So doctor, I'm taking you take Rebecca to sickbay with everything, and you're gonna stay aboard the ship while you do that. Okay. Shran and Talia, what are you up to?
I think we're headed back down to the settlement to talk to Dr. Warner.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm not making you do a roll for that, but he beams you back down to the actual area. You're back at the compound, and Kayla comes running up. Is like, Lieutenant Commander Shran, is it? Is that right? Did I hear that
Yes,
right?
that's.
Oh, yeah. How's Rebecca?
She's on the ship right now. According to the doc, she's got a couple broken ribs and both her legs are broken. But the doc should have her up and running in no time.
Oh my. Well, I'm glad she's alive.
She's very lucky, trust me.
Yeah, if you're looking for Dr. Warren Warren, he is he's not at the site with I think Lieutenant Vandelay. I mean, he asked him to help with him or help something. Yeah, I think they're I don't know. I'm not an archaeologist. I'm just here to study the plants.
Oh, you're a biologist. Okay, cool.
So yeah, but they're at the ruins. I think it's a tomb of some sort.
Yeah, I just need to let him know that Rebecca's back safe. Also need to check in with Vandelay, see how things are going. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he went with Aiden.
Okay, cool. Talia, you're with me.
Aye, sir. Commander, your rifle?
Oh, thank you.
Here you go.
And
All right, with that, we're gonna go to the next scene, and you guys drop down the momentum.
Scene.
So Vandelay, you're with Dr. Warren, and he is currently showing us like, so we've having I'm a little rusty on some of my, but this really looks familiar to another language. I just can't put my damn fingers on it to see where it comes from. And he kind of shows you this inscription. It's actually this big giant stone wall, or sort of, but it looks kind of like maybe it could be a door or some sort of cover stone.
Okay. Do I recognize anything about it?
Yeah, you do recognize a little bit about it. I'm trying to pull up the thing here real quick. It's very similar to a language it's kind of similar to a language used by the Zabanians. And the Zabanians are a race of they trade in antiques and ancient artwork, stuff like that, or relics. But give me
Okay.
a reason plus science.
Okay.
Difficulty is 3, complication range is 3.
I have xenolinguistics, so I should be able to use a focus. So,
Yes.
okay.
Nice. All right. No momentum. You do get it, and the translation on it actually says "Door of the Demon's Lair."
Doctor, have you been able to translate any of this language yet?
No, not yet. I mean, I know it's similar to something. It's I think it's Albanian, but I have to go through all the text on it. I know it's not exactly the same.
Sure. And have you attempted to open anything around here? Any doors or?
No, most of this place is ruins. Hell, even our scanners can't even pick up anything past that tomb.
Great. Well, it's very familiar to me. I was able to translate it actually. Um, the message is a little cautious. It actually translates to "Door of the Demon's Lair." Does that mean anything to you?
Nah, it doesn't. That's interesting. I mean, I guess it was some sort of. I mean, I think it's a tomb. I mean, every indication from says it's a tomb of some sort. I'm guessing someone bad that they might have thought was a god, maybe. Or horrific
Okay,
person
well,
could have been maybe something like similar to I don't know Earth's ancient, Adolf Hitler or an antichrist of some sort.
okay, well, you're certainly the expert around here. But based on this translation, I would recommend not opening this, if at all possible, or being extremely cautious if you were to.
I mean, look, people of I mean that's suspicious. I mean, come on, people of like Earth when they they ignored all the signs from ancient Egypt of crypts and or not crazy rumors or curses that these tombs might have. You know, eventually
Sure.
I like to get inside and see what's in there. But I really do appreciate you helping me with the translation. Hell, just a thought. I mean, you got a ship in orbit. I mean, you think the ship, your vessel, couldn't scan the tomb? Give us a little more accurate picture of what's inside?
Well, I'm no science officer, and I, of course, can't order something like that, so we would have to take that up with the captain.
Of course.
Can I do some sort of insight check on the doctor?
Yeah, that's fine. Give me insight plus security.
Plus security?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't really see anything like he's pretty truthful to you. I mean, you can't tell he's lying. He's just like he doesn't believe in voodoo type nonsense.
Okay. Good. Well, yeah, as I said, Doctor, we would have to take that up with the captain.
Of course. Just Yeah, I mean, if you want me to contact him and ask him personally, I'd be happy to, or it'd be probably a big help if you went on my behalf. I mean, look, we're down here you're explorers, right? This is what we do. We're exploring. We're trying to learn the past. What happened to these people? What were these people all about? I mean, that's why we're here.
Sure, sure. Well, as I said, we can certainly ask the captain.
I'd be most grateful. So, are you gonna ask the captain, or do you want the doctor to do it?
Yeah, no, I can
Archaeologist.
communicate with the ship. Just a quick question: where are my other crewmates? Are they down with us yet?
Uh, not yet.
Okay.
So,
All right. I pull out my communicator. Communicate with the ship. Vandalay to Azure.
As you're here, go ahead.
Captain, we have a request from the doctor down here to use the ship's sensors to scan what appears to me to be a tomb. I was able to translate some of the language, and it definitely seems like a message that we should be cautious about. So yeah, I just wanted to give you that quick warning, but the doctor is requesting that we scan this tomb to see what may be inside of it.
Very well. I don't see any harm in assisting them with the ship sensors. Are you near the location right now?
We are, yes. We're just right outside.
Very well. We will send along information shortly. Stand by.
Thank you, Captain.
Okay. I need a reason plus science, assisted by the ship's sensor plus science.
Lieutenant Daniela, if you would, please give a scan of that location, please, near our good communications officer down there.
Difficulty is unknown.
Very well, Captain. Let me look into this. She goes over to the comms and starts typing out the cons and gets it going. So now that I know the geology of the planet type thing, can I?
This is not really geology.
Okay.
This is more like structure-based type scan, or
Okay.
any tech. It wouldn't be really any technology per se or geology.
Alright, what about
So I don't
ancient?
think you would have a focus for this.
What about ancient technology?
There wouldn't be a focus for this. This is
Okay.
more like structure.
Feel free to spend momentum for this. I mean, the threat's pretty low. Our momentum's okay. We can always get it back.
Well, you do have bold science, so you can give me threat for an extra dice.
That's true.
True. Would my value of would a value come into
Well, you
play?
already spent your determination.
Okay. Alright.
So if you want to get it back, if you want to get your determination back, you have to challenge a value.
Okay. I see. Alright, and I spend a bit of momentum to get extra dice.
So you're spending momentum to get extra dice. So you can only buy one dice with 2 momentum that you have.
Yeah, that'll be
So
fine.
Okay.
Alright. And what is the complication rating?
I did not say. There is no
Okay.
complication range, but there is no. I did not say what the difficulty is because difficulty is unknown.
Okay.
You set it to one
So you're
normally
gonna-
if the GM doesn't give anything.
Okay. Alright. Scanning now.
Okay. There is no momentum gain on this, but You don't really detect much of anything. However, it does seem to be shielded somehow. And then you do get a slight hint of that there could be a power signature in the tomb, but you can't really scan anything inside of it.
It seems, Captain, that the well, the rocks or the surface of the planet is, well, there's some sort of force field or barrier protecting this area. But the scanners cannot pierce such a site. It seems there might be some sort of ancient or power source on the planet, maybe. Because normally, a force field can only be generated by power.
So it's very possible that there's something within the structure that's generating that power.
Indeed, Captain.
Okay. Right. Azure 208 team,
Sean here.
gather at the following coordinates. I give them the coordinates where the communication officer is. A large structure should be fairly easy to see near your location.
Yes, sir.
And as you get that communication, you see Vandalay and Aiden.
Azure 208 team, be advised that the ship has attempted to scan the building. However, there seems to be some sort of interference preventing us from scanning further. It is it is theorized that it is possible a power source is generating this interference, which we cannot detect. I suspect that something may be very well related to our current assignment. Do you see any way to enter the facility?
Do I see
One
any-
second, Captain. GM, is there a way that I can like enter the facility?
What?
Is that a roll?
You need to talk to Vandalay because he's the one that's been there.
Oh yeah.
So
Lieutenant Vandalay.
Sir.
Ship just got in contact with me. Apparently there's something blocking the sensors from penetrating this area. They theorize that there's some sort of power source. Captain believes it could be related to our current mission.
Okay. So I turn to the doctor and ask if he knows of any way into the tomb.
No, not that I'm aware of. I This, I believe, is more of a cover stone. I think if we move this might be the entrance way into the tomb.
Sir, it appears that we might have a way potentially to enter into this tomb. I would advise caution, given the message on the front of the tomb, as well as what the captain just told us about the force field.
Understood.
So this is essentially it's a giant cover stone. Like it was literally pushed from what you can gather, pushed in front of this entryway.
Was it like rolled or like flipped there?
You have no idea how they got in there because this cover stone it's quite it's about 2.5 meters by 3.
Okay.
So it's pretty big. If it's solid stone, it probably weighs several tons.
Lieutenant Vandalay, Doc, do either of you think that this cover stone itself has any archaeological significance?
Doctor?
Vandalay, since you're the one that's kind of examined it the mostly, I can tell you right now, the only thing of archaeological importance would be the actual text that you read. Most of the other symbols and stuff like that have worn off through the ages.
Sir, I believe that this message might be of archaeological significance. We've successfully translated it, but the engraving itself would be of significance.
I turn to Dr. Warner. Do you have photos of this cover stone already?
Yeah, we did. I would still like you at least. Oh, what's your plan, may I ask?
Plan is to first try and move it. And if we can't physically move it, blow it.
I would. Could you maybe cut it with phasers, like the parts that aren't really significant? So I think blowing it, I mean, if you blow it up, I mean, that's gonna could potentially damage a lot of the structure and ruins around here. It needs to be more precision.
All right, Doc. We'll do it your way. So first, I literally walk up to the stone and say, Talia, grab the other side. Let's see if we can actually move it.
Sir, might we not try to use some sort of lever to make it a little easier? That looks pretty heavy.
I mean, I don't see anything around here that could be used for a lever.
Bunch of twigs and dried out wood.
Never mind. I'll push. This side, right?
Yeah, that side.
So this is going to be a fitness plus security difficulty 5. It was higher, but I'm going to drop it to 5 because I think it might be manageable given you guys' current momentum.
Current momentum is 5?
No, you have 1. So given your current momentum, you're at difficulty 5.
Just give him a bunch of thread. It's fine.
Funny thing is, I can do that.
That's what I'm saying. And I assume that the security officer is Talia is assisting on
this. Yes. Yep.
So she'll totally do this by herself. No.
So how much threat are you giving me? Because I love getting threat.
You're getting 5 threat, and our 1 momentum is gone.
Alrighty.
Hey, as long as that thing doesn't get blown up, I'm happy as a player.
And I don't have a focus in this because I'm physically moving something.
Nope. Wow. Just got it. So you both are physically tired after moving this incredibly large stone, but you managed just to move it enough that someone could walk through. Don't manage to get it all the way, like open the full doorway up, but you manage enough that people can kind of skate by.
Commander, for the love of God, can we stop pushing?
I think that's as far as we're going to get it right now, Lieutenant. Or, Talia. I don't know what her rank is.
Ensign.
Yeah.
Ensign, okay.
Thank you, sir. And just collapse of, so heavy.
Well, Doc. There's the opening.
Good work, and he kind of slaps you on the back. Nice job.
Ow!
Oh, sorry. Just excited. Get to see inside here. And he kind of pulls out a flashlight, and he starts peering, in there, and he's like, this is odd. This isn't anything like the outside. And it's actually very metallic, metals type thing, very smooth surfaces. Uh, and he kind of makes the comments like, if I didn't know better, it's like whoever built the tomb built it over top of this structure. And as he peers in, it's kind of this odd. There's a odd sort of. It looks like almost a control panel that's not lit up, and this odd sort of arch, almost half arch shaped object just past it.
Doc?
Yes, Lieutenant Commander.
Don't stray too far. Please.
Oh, there's nothing in there. As he beams his light, I mean, the room is literally no better than 5 meters by 5 meters.
Oh, okay, good. Whew. Sean's gonna walk over to the control panel, knowing that it was ruins outside and now there's a control panel. And he's gonna, like, just tap it real quick, see if it lights up.
Nothing happens.
Pulls out his tricorder and scans for the energy reading.
That would be a reason plus science check. Difficulty 4.
Oh, crap.
I can scan it if you want me to.
Yeah, you go on ahead and do that, Vandalay.
So yeah, I pull out my tricorder and go to scan it.
Alright.
You said reason plus science?
Yes, reason plus science. Difficulty is 4.
Ugh.
Burn your determination.
Will do.
Let's see. I can do anything I set my mind to if you give me a reason for it.
If I give you a reason for it?
Yeah, like how it would apply to the situation.
Give me a reason.
Give me a reason.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's going to be a difficult job. It's no technology that I recognize, and in this situation, we just breached a tomb with a very eerie message on it. So I'm extremely determined to figure out what's going on with this.
Okay.
Cool. So what do I roll?
Reason plus science. Said it's
Task roll 3 if I burn a determination, or 4?
No. So you automatically get 2 successes if you're doing it that way. So you already
Okay.
have 2 successes towards the difficulty, and you can roll 2 dice, or you can give me 2 threat for an extra dice, because you guys are out of momentum.
Thread.
You want to?
I will go
Alright.
ahead and just take the threat, roll 3 dice.
Okay.
Said difficulty 4, right?
For some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you get it. Just pick it. The control panel itself was powered off, but there is a power source inside that is still generating power. As you kind of scan around the room, it is definitely a metallic alloy that you've never encountered. And then the strange art-like structure, there seems to be... You're not sure what to make of it. But there seems to be, I guess I can how to put this, sort of like power conduits going into the art structure.
Cool. All right. Well, I relay my discovery to the rest of the team.
Lieutenant, can you compare that to the readings that we took on what was the name of the planet?
Dulum 3.
Yeah, that we took on Dulum 3. See if the two technologies match.
No, I went there now. No, they do not.
Okay, good. Good. I'm gonna pop open my communicator. Lieutenant Commander Sean to the Azure.
Azure here, go ahead.
You do get a bit of interference, by the way. It's kind of staticky when you're talking through the combat or the communicator.
We're hearing some interference on our end. Can you hear us clearly?
Same thing, still a little static. Must be the metallic alloy that's in this area right now. The technology is different from anything we've ever seen. However, it is not the same that we are looking for.
Acknowledged.
Permission to talk, Captain.
Feel free, Lieutenant.
This technology. Is there any way we can get pictures of it, or?
Can't imagine why not. Azure to away team.
Sean here.
Do you have tricorder data?
Yeah, Lieutenant Vandalay has a full reading of it right now.
Okay, could you set an up? Make sure you're out in the open with the upload and set upload to the ship so we can start taking some readings of our own. Studies of our own, I should say.
Will do.
So I have a question. Are you guys going to be wanting to study this room in depth?
Unless there's like corridors that lead off, and this is not the only room. We're gonna take.
There are no. For me to say, there's literally 5.5 solid walls.
Permission to examine the data from the tricorders, Captain.
Feel free, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Captain. She goes over to the dashboard. Get those computers up and firing. So, I wish to look at the data. What do I need to roll?
I'm gonna say you probably don't have to roll anything for this, just to help speed things along because we are 50 minutes over what we normally play.
Whoops.
So, from what there's not a whole lot that you can learn from it. They're just a bunch of different metallic items that you've never really ever seen before. They're metals that some of you say, but they're composited in such a way that they make this new element.
Would my ancient technology come into play?
Well, that's for focused used for actually getting things for task.
Okay.
Although arguably, it basically saying it is an ancient tech. Unless it is, but try.
It depends on your version of ancient tech. So
it's true.
It's true. If it's old metals that that I know about from old days, like copper, iron, things like that.
Right. No.
Or if it's something new, then
it's definitely advanced technology. It's just this has been here for a long time. So what I'm going to do here, since we're running overboard, we're going to pick this up at a later date. So next Sunday is sort of like an after holiday. So a lot of people are usually traveling during the 25th, since next week is Thanksgiving for us in the United States. So if there is enough people that can show up next week, we can certainly pick back up next week. Otherwise, we will take next week off, and we'll pick things back up on the December the 2nd at our usual time.
I'll be available.
I'll be available because I'm in England. So hey.
Great nation of Canada. We already had our.
I will most likely be there. The only reason I wasn't here tonight was because my mom was visiting from Georgia.
So I have 5. Is that what I'm hearing right now? 5 out of 6?
I'll be here too.
I should be good too.
Okay.
80%.
All right. So we'll pick things back up. If that's the case, we'll pick things back up. As far as I know, I should be fine unless something comes up. I'm not traveling anywhere. So
Yeah.
we will to be continued next weekend.
And then
And
Daniela can meet the big blue cat.